and I'll prove that it's a very special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
And a very special morning it is. It is a finally fantastic, maybe just a little freaky Friday. That means my partner in crime, my co-host this morning, is Holly Thompson from Salem Crossing. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning.
It's a beautiful rainy morning.
Rainy morning. We need the rain though.
Rain.
Fine.
Yeah, it came down. And in the hot seat, which we are so happy to have her, it's going to confuse people. People are going to think we're having a Thursday on our Friday.
I'm confused.
I'm always confused. Autumn Scott Hall, good morning.
Good
Autumn.
morning. I actually was thinking that today as I pulled in. I thought I'm going to be messed up all day long.
It'll be Thursday all day
It's
for you.
Friday.
And I don't need to repeat Thursday. I need Friday.
Enough Thursday. Well, before we went on the air, let's thank our sponsors. And Holly, you have them over there. Yay. Okay.
We'd like to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Fantastic Sam's, Leader One Financial, and Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn. Thank you so much, sponsors.
Thank you to our great sponsors.
I feel like how she pauses in there, like people can hear.
So you're actually, hang on.
I know. I run through them.
Yeah. Now, Autumn Scott Hall, you're hearing how Holly does it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it. I probably
yeah,
won't change,
yeah.
but I do love it.
Yeah. Holly takes that breath.
She does. She's like, let's pause and give them.
That's right.
I want to recognize each sponsor.
Yes,
there you go.
That's
Right.
wonderful.
They each need their
Well,
innovation.
I have a rhythm in my head.
Yeah.
You know, like I have a rhythm. And
It's,
I always do everything Energizer
I
Bunny
still
speed.
feel like I went fast though.
No, I thought that was
Okay.
wonderful. I
Okay,
thought you did a wonderful job
Okay.
thanking our lovely
I love
sponsors.
that.
Good.
One host complimenting me.
Yeah, I love that,
Look, our hostess are big
Because
friends.
we're the
Yay.
hostess with the most.
That's right.
There you go. That's exactly right. I love that. So, Holly Thompson, over there, I'm noticing your coffee cup, and it is kind of a Halloweeny.
I'm not
Are
giving it up.
I want
And you can't make me.
Boy, she knew right out the bat, didn't you?
I love
I
that.
didn't know if you're going to continue on with this.
I'm not giving up Halloween yet.
Okay, all right.
I don't judge.
No, I'm not judging. I just was just like, I just saw it and I thought, I wonder if that's going to continue on through
The
December.
crazy thing is though, is I won't give up Halloween. I'm still drinking out of the cup.
Yeah.
But I have my Christmas tree up.
Okay.
Well,
all
I
right.
mean, just get a little Santa
There you
hat
go.
sticker and stick on him.
Put it on him.
Yeah, he'll be fine. The balloon
That's
matches.
a good idea. I could get him a Santa
You
hat.
can. Just
Oh,
get
I
a
love
sticker.
that.
I'm going
I
to look
love-
for stickers today for you,
Oh,
Holly.
If I see one, would that be like a 3D little Santa hat? Wouldn't it be
Yeah.
cute? Or was it-
That would be cute.
That's
Yeah.
really cute.
And then he's festive.
Yeah. I love it.
You can even
I will scare you even on Christmas.
I think it kind of sends a signal. Like if I didn't know her, okay. We want to make you upset.
No.
In the balloon, you could put like Merry Christmas or
You
something.
could.
I mean,
Oh, I could.
with a,
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and
Or make it look like a
snowman.
Yeah.
A bloody snowman.
Oh,
Bloody
You
snowman.
guys, no. No.
I was thinking more of like a Christmas ornament.
Oh,
that's a
yeah,
good idea.
that's
Holly, you're
that's a much
creative.
better idea than mine.
You're
Or the
creative.
star, like the top of a
Don't
tree.
they make
star.
paint that like you could probably just like paint it and then like just don't wash it or whatever? How are you?
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I don't know, but I like the idea of a Christmas hat.
I love that.
And then something over here.
Yeah, I couldn't get my cap up. So no, I want to say this. It's funny because like I'm respect that and I'm very much admiring that because how many of us don't buy so many cups? Like how many of us, like
Oh.
usually you buy a new cup, right?
Oh, you mean
Like
yes?
cups, like those cups, right?
I was like,
Yeah.
I have a lot
I
of
have a
cups.
lot.
I think everybody does. I
But
saw
you have your favorites.
This is true. This is true.
I
The
have my
way
favorites.
the way they.
All my favorites, I guess, are in the dishwasher because I couldn't find them this morning.
Well, it's funny though because I saw a lady the other day and it was on TikTok. She was like, you don't need any more cups. Like she was going over things.
You don't
and
tell
I'm
me
like,
how to live my life.
There you go.
That's right. That's
Don't
right.
judge us on our
Mama
cups.
works. I buy what I want.
That's right. No judge
I
zone.
love that. Speaking of shopping, we're talking about next Friday. Holly Thompson, where will you be?
I will be
Out-
Black Friday shopping.
Out and about.
Out and about.
Whoa.
Don't know where. Thinking about
Don't know where.
Thinking about going to Simpsonville this year.
Oh,
Going out to a different direction.
Yeah, why not?
I've been up to the one that's in Indiana. I've been to that
the
shopping.
Edinburgh.
The Edinburgh. But now I'm thinking about going to Simpsonville.
Mm.
Because we've been everywhere in between too. So
I love that. I love that you're like, I just want to explore. I want to go try new things.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Holly will go. Holly will travel. Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, yes, road trips with
We'll
Holly.
travel for
Yeah,
shopping.
she will
Because
travel.
again, I have no specific things that I have to buy this year for
Don't you feel like-
specific children.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's like going to be more like it's actually going to probably be a little more fun and it's actually
Relaxing
going to be
and
less stressed? Yeah.
Less stress, absolutely.
Yeah. I think when you're looking for that, I think sometimes in shopping you have to let shopping tell you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I always say like, well, what like when someone will say, "What can I help you with?" I don't know. I'm letting.
There is no help for me.
That is true, but I'm letting my shopping experience
Yeah.
tell me what I need.
Because like when the
Right.
girls were smaller, I had very specific things I had to search for, very specific stores. You had to
Yeah.
be there at a certain time when the doors opened at that time to go and try to be one of the first ones to grab it. And you talk about stressful. Like when you've waited in the Target line all the way back to the end of the building, and you have to wait in that line in the freezing cold, that's an experience of itself. And then
Yeah.
get to there and be like, okay, I have to get to this thing first.
Yeah.
And then it's gone.
And then it's gone.
Yeah.
You talk about heart wrenching.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know.
Mm.
I stood in Toys R Us. Remember Toys R Us?
Oh yeah, I
Like
love
and it was
Toys R Us.
snowing, and it was freezing. And it was just like It was the year that there was like this huge pony, and I remember this man going through, and he was asking everybody in front of us because we were pretty up there, we were not too far on the line, and he was like, "No, are you going to get a pony?" He was trying to figure out how many ponies they had.
Oh my gosh.
Are you going to get a pony? Are you going to get a pony? It was just like, I'm going to get 3 ponies. You know what I mean? I'm ahead of you. No, I'm just kidding.
I have 6 girls and they're all getting a
They're
pony.
all getting a pony. These are not a real pony, okay? Let me
Yeah.
just say, this was a mechanical ponies, okay?
Was it like was it called like Brownie or something? That
Something.
was Big Brown.
Yes,
I
yes.
think I bought one of those.
Yeah, but it was just funny. Yeah, it was just like, how many ponies? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. You didn't ask me how many.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm buying a pony. All the
Getting all
ponies.
of them.
I'm buying. Well, that would have messed with him.
It
He
would.
probably would have.
He would have cried.
Yeah, he
You would have
probably
seen a grown man
Yeah.
in line break down in tears.
Yeah, it was so
Uh-huh.
funny though because he had his Western hat, his boots, and his like Western jacket on. And I know there was somebody that he was wanting to buy that pony
Oh,
for.
sure.
You know what I mean? So
Ah,
I think
sure.
he got a pony. I think he did.
I hope.
Yeah.
I hope.
I never did turn back and look, but I think he did.
I hope so.
Yeah,
You
For
know,
him.
for me, when I was little, there was 2 things that I remember clearly. One was the Cabbage Patch dolls that I
Oh,
had to
yeah.
have,
Mm.
and the other one was a Holly Hobby Easy Bake Oven. Do y'all remember
Oh,
those?
honey,
Do you remember the
The
Holly
Easy
Hobby
Bake
Easy
Oven.
I
Bake
do
Oven?
actually.
Yeah.
And you couldn't find the Holly Hobby anywhere. And I think my dad went to Lexington or something and found
Oh.
one. And he hid it in the garage. And I found it.
I love that.
Were
I
you a
was the
snooper?
worst.
Oh,
Were you a
worst.
snooper, Holly?
Oh, worst.
Yeah, me too.
My mom had to start buying special tape because I knew how to get the edges off and peek to see what it was. So she had, like, that's why she tapes the way she does now. And that's the reason I tape the way I do now, where you can't get in that thing. That's like Fort Knox trying to get in that
I
taped
love
package.
that.
My
Come on.
kids hate opening presents that I wrap for them.
You're like, I did this to myself
I
and
did.
to you
That's
Yes.
and generations
Yes.
before me.
Yes.
I love that. Well,
But I still love the Holly Hobby oven. It was
Yeah.
my favorite.
I had an Easy Bake Oven. I don't know if it was a Holly Hobby one, but what else was there? Was just Easy
There
Bake?
was just Easy Bake.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
the Easy Bake,
yeah.
yeah. But mine was the Holly Hobby. I was
And
big
that
in
one
the Holly
light bulb
Hobby.
cooked that cake.
Can you believe that?
No. Some of the
Of course,
mysteries
it was
of
like
the world.
little bitty, you
Some
know.
of them,
it's like-
right?
Yeah, it did. It had a light bulb.
So where you learned how to cook. Both of you guys are really. I mean, I cook, but I figure like you guys are really like out of my league. You guys are way higher than I am. You guys are much better than I
I mean, yesterday my kids got Arby's and Wendy's, so that was.
am. Okay.
I got frustrated with the oven because it was just one little bitty thing. It wasn't enough to feed the family
Yeah.
with, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, well, guess this is mine.
Yeah, this is mine, not anybody else's.
Well, and I feel like too, once those because you remember they came in the little
Uh-huh.
packets, and once your packet was gone, it's like, as a kid, I had a hard time, like, okay, this packet is gone, so now I guess I'm done until they buy more. I couldn't
Yeah.
compute going and making my own.
Yep.
Right.
Sort of like, I also remember a doll that I had. It was one of the first ones that came out where you could feed it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Baby Alive.
Yes.
The Baby Alive
And
doll.
the packets ran out, and then I'm like, well, now what do I do?
What, it's going to starve.
It's going to starve
Yeah.
to death. What do I do now? You
Yeah.
know?
Well, my dad was always worried. He was like, "Don't put that food in there," because he was afraid it was going to rot. He couldn't figure out where that food goes.
Right.
You know. And then
That's why you give it the water. Flush that baby down.
Well, it's funny because you kind of.
Probably did have a lot of mold inside.
He did.
though.
No, they
Probably
opened
did,
them up. They
yes.
did later on. I saw a study where they opened up. So Dad was on it. I never thought about it. You know what I mean? I was just like, well, I've got to feed her. That's part of it. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the first Black Friday that I ever went to, though, I had this big. It was Kmart was doing this big. We didn't have Walmart here, and this has been years ago. And they were doing this big thing, and they had this like diamond ring for like $50. I mean, like unreal.
Was it a blue light special?
Yes, I think it was. It probably was. It was. So I drive all the way there, and they only had like two. And then, you know what I mean? Like, how they kind of just, it wasn't really where they didn't have enough quantity. You know what I mean?
Well, they did that to get you in so you'd buy the other thing.
Yes.
I know, but I was really bummed. I was like, wait, I drove all this way and you only had like two or three. You know what I mean? They said, we got 3 in or something like that, or 2. I thought. And
Why
sales
even
associate-
advertise it then?
That's what I thought too. That's exactly
Yeah.
what I thought. Yeah.
But they probably, like she's right. They probably did it just to get you in the door.
Yeah. I don't like that.
No.
That's not nice. You know what I mean?
That's fine. You are a meanie.
You really.
That's why you're no longer in business.
That's what I thought.
I may or may not have been kicked out of Kmart a couple times.
I don't think there's any even around ever anywhere.
No, but I will tell you, they don't like you rollerblading in there.
Oh, you rollerbladed and came out. Oh my gosh.
I was kindly asked to leave.
Oh,
I can't rollerblade.
I can't imagine that. I do love rollerblading, roller skating. I love all that.
I can't roller skate, but I can rollerblade, which makes no sense to me.
No, it does not.
But I
But
guess
going
the
back-
balance is different.
I do want to say we talked with Brad. They started. Here's the way Walmart's doing it. They started some of their Black Friday shopping early, so some of their specials are going on right now.
Yes.
But the real one is going to start, or they're going to go back to the old-fashioned way, 6 a.m. on Friday morning.
Friday morning.
Yeah. So it's like
See,
it's going back in the.
And
Good.
that's kind of how I feel. Like, I don't know. I don't think it is fair to start the Black Friday sales on Thursdays because it's like those people still need to spend time with their family.
Well, and
They don't want to come to
right.
work.
Well, and they're closed. So
Right.
see, Walmart used to only close for Christmas,
Mhm.
and then over COVID, they learned that their associates really wanted to spend time with their family.
No one wants to work on the holiday.
Right. Yeah.
Well, it's the Black Friday deals that are going on like right now that confuse me. Like my brain only goes to the Black Friday shopping, right? What starts on Black Friday, and they got sales going on now, and my head doesn't compute that way.
Yeah.
It's like I can't keep up.
You
with
are
that.
really confused.
Well, it's not-
confusing me.
I feel like in the retail world, they're not just doing Black Friday. Now they're doing just all Black November.
Yes.
Yeah,
And that takes
true.
away the fun.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
don't
it
think
does.
it's nearly as much fun.
Right.
Well, if I'm going to get a deal all the time, then what's the
Well, I think
Right.
though, the way I understand it, the real deal, the real deals are going to happen
Well,
Friday morning, 6
funny.
a.m.
So we were walking down the aisles at Walmart, and I'm like, oh, that's a good deal. And my husband, ever the retail, guru, he's like, just wait till Friday, it'll be cheaper. It's like, you're not buying anything right now. Wait till Friday, it'll be cheaper. Okay.
Well, it's a good
Whatever
time.
you say, boss.
I know what normally, of course, I've begged Brad to let me in on the see the crystal ball and see what it is. I don't know, but normally, like, you have your socks, you know what I mean, that are on sale. I mean, I'm just thinking, like, this is a good time to get like that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, because see, Thanksgiving for me, the fun part, you get that newspaper with all the sales ads in it.
I love the Sears ad.
Yeah, and
Christmas
you
ad.
spend
Sears
Thursday
is-
looking through all the ads to know where you want to go.
To plot your path.
To plot your path for shopping. That's part of it. I won't know my path until probably Thursday night.
So she can look and make a plan. You're like a general.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, I think with Holly,
She's like a general
No, I
of
think-
Black
yeah,
Friday.
No, I mean, you talk about like when you get in her car like a Papa Smurf, she's going. She knows where she's going.
Mhm.
She knows what she's gonna do. She's got a game plan.
I love that.
There was,
But I love it too because you could sit right back there in that back seat and just be wherever she takes me.
if there's room.
If there's
well,
room.
In
that's
the
true.
back seat.
If it comes to
You may be on the hood on the way home.
This is true.
Well, because the one year that I bought the girls bean bags.
Oh,
Bean bags at Target, and then there was something else big that I bought from somewhere else. I can't remember, but I ran out of space. So we had to make a trip home, unload, and go back out again.
that's hilarious.
Wasn't that horrible?
Yeah.
So like
Well-
3 a.m, I'm making a trip home.
You need a truck bed or a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
I
this
saw-
was an SUV.
Yeah.
It was pretty big.
Now, Holly, we've talked about a U-Haul before. You know what I mean?
That's-
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
So we did this one time, the girls and I, all of us, and you got to remember 6 daughters and
Yeah.
me. It was like, so there was no room to put anything. You know what I mean? You can't get anything big, girls. You know what I
No.
mean? You know, so we learned that.
If
way.
you can't hold it on your lap, it doesn't come in a vehicle.
Now I did see at Walmart. I saw, and it was. I just want to say, there's really, you got to give credit to a lot of art and skill. They put the TV on top of the vehicle. Okay. Then one guy held it on the passenger
Oh
side,
my
held the hand.
goodness.
The other guy, the driver, held his left hand, and they were going down
Oh
the
my
road holding this huge TV. Now, I just want to say, you guys are rock stars. I wanted to follow it all the way. They had it. It was
I
not-
want to say just go to the automotive department and get some straps.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Or some
Yeah.
twine or
And
something.
they might have had something that I couldn't see, but they had their hands up out the window going down the road with their big TV. Now, it's like deer hunting. You know, this was their big, which deer hunting starts this weekend for the
Oh.
gun. So, yeah, so there'll be a lot of going on.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
just reminding
goodness.
everybody.
It's also, though, it's not about the shopping. It's about the experience with Black Friday.
Yeah.
It's about the having fun. It's about matching outfits with the person you're going with.
Okay.
Yeah, Holly does.
Yeah. So we already have our matching T-shirts.
Do you like customize them? Do they say like Black Friday squad?
We've had one that did, yeah. Mhm, mhm, mhm.
I love it.
So we have the matching shirts, and it's about, where we're going to stop for the coffee, and what time we're going to stop, or when we're going to eat. Like, it's all around the meals and the coffee.
My whole life is around meals, Holly.
I think everybody, yeah, we all.
And then we just, there's a lot of times we're just being silly. Like, please,
Oh, I
nobody
can't
be
hardly believe that.
videotaping this right
I
now.
love that.
Well,
because
you
we're
get
silly.
because you've been up. I get like that
Yes.
too, and I get
Mhm.
slap happy. I get completely just stupid,
Mhm.
silly, and then it's funny because like
Especially when we get to the mall.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then when you finally are done and you finally wave the white flag on time to go home, and you go to lay down, it's like crazy. I mean, isn't it like
Oh, I crashed the whole day. The whole day, I'm done.
She was gone all night. Now she's gone all day.
And I gauge it by how I'm doing on the road, and I'll know if it's time to get off of the road.
You
There
know
you
what I
go.
mean?
Right.
It's like, okay, it's time to go home.
Yeah, it's
Right
time-
now, it's
yeah.
time to go home.
Yeah.
And you go home and you crash the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And then you get to go and do it all over again and dig through the stuff you got and organize it and put it, start wrapping and
Do you ever get into it and you're like, oh, I forgot about that?
yes. Yes.
Why did I buy that? Who was that for?
Yes.
Yes, that's my problem. I'll get something and think, oh, so and so would love this, and then like the next day, it's like, oh, 2 a.m. Autumn does not know. Like I don't know what she was doing. I don't know who this is for. Like
Now, do your children do they
Oh.
make specific lists?
some of them, my daughter has a specific list. My other two, not really.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
But yes, my daughter's very particular, she's probably not getting anything on her list, but
But at least she made it.
I mean,
That's
she
right.
made it.
That's right.
All three of my kids have their father's expensive tastes. So Max wants a new iPhone 14. I'm like,
Oh,
wow.
Not doing that.
Oh.
It was so much easier when they were smaller because
Oh.
you could get the magazines out, you know, like when like the Toys R Us or the Walmart,
Right.
and when all these places got their Black Friday shopping magazines out, you'd sit them on the table and be like, oh, look at this. Well, they would just snag that thing up and start circling what
Yep.
they wanted. And that's how I used to make my list from, because if it was important enough for them to take their crayon or their marker
Yep.
and circle it, then I need to have it on my list. And whatever I could find, I find. Whatever I didn't, I did.
Until your kid just circles the whole page.
Yeah.
On everything.
Yes.
Well,
On everything.
And Amazon did actually send a catalog this year.
I saw that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
got
did
that
not.
too.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah. I don't know if I find it. I can give it to you, but
Yeah, Amazon did actually send out a,
Well,
and
I
I
think
thought that was interesting. I was like, really?
Well,
Yeah.
the Cyber Monday is becoming just as important as Black Friday.
Yeah.
that is true.
But I just thought it was funny that an online
Yeah.
Mhm.
sends out now catalogs.
Yeah.
But I think it is kind of a smart move because I think you
so.
have a lot of people that miss those big Sear Robux.
Yes.
Oh.
You know, those things were this thick, and
Yeah.
it'd take you days to go through it.
Mhm.
Well, yeah.
It was a joy going through the
It
Sears
was.
Roebuck
Oh, those were
catalog.
so much fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
when they come in. Yeah.
I used to want to be a catalog model.
Didn't we all? I mean, right? You know,
I was like, I can look happy like that little girl.
give me that
Yeah.
toy, and I can be that. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Although then I thought those kids probably get so upset when they don't actually get to keep those things.
I think
Yeah.
now years ago when I did a little bit of modeling, a lot of times we got to keep our clothes, or we had the option
Really?
to buy them. Yeah, so not too bad. Yeah, you
Not
always
too
picked
bad.
out the outfits you really liked.
And that is where her love for fashion started.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Oh, it makes
Yes.
sense now.
Makes
Oh,
complete sense
sense
now.
now. Well,
Uh.
but going back on the shopping and stuff, I think it's going to be exciting, and I think it's going to be fun to watch Walmart kind of go back to the back, from the
Yeah.
past to do this, and hope everyone, I think the main thing is like Holly, and I know you, and I know your experiences, you have fun with it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I think, and I love that you're enjoying yourself on that.
To me, it should be about having fun.
Yes.
It should be. And it really will ruin the moment when you have some of those folks that aren't about having the fun.
Oh, the ones that are throwing elbows in
And
the line.
that's when the general really wants to come out
Yes.
and set them back
Don't
in
make
line.
me go get the
Set them
general.
back in line of why we're all
Why
here.
are we not in that car with Holly?
I think I want to go shopping with
know.
Holly this year.
We'll find something to help match so that we are somewhere in there. I really.
Hey, I can put down all the seats in the van.
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, it is about Christmas, right?
Right.
And Christmas is joyful, John.
Joyful.
You're gonna have a good time.
Right. That's right. It's not about getting that one specific thing that you have to have your hands on. So you blocked me off and cut me off and hit my cart to get it. No.
No.
Nope.
No. I love that. Well,
Yeah.
why?
And I've already started baking for Thanksgiving. I've already
Ooh.
started that too.
Oh.
Mhm. So see, I got Halloween, Thanksgiving,
Autumn, if
Christmas
you
all at one
and
time.
if you Holly lays down, what do you doing?
So I've already made my pumpkin pies. I've already
nice.
tested one of my pumpkin pies too, and because I used the you remember the pumpkin that I made this year that I froze the pumpkin, so I used my fresh pumpkin.
Oh.
So
homegrown
Holly,
pumpkin.
Holly's like,
I actually have like 8 sugar pumpkins I need to roast and puree.
There you go. There you go.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
freeze them. I'm not making that many pumpkin pies.
No, I froze mine because I got one of those special sealers this year that I learned about.
Yes.
And they're miracle workers. So yeah, I got my pumpkin pies made. I got my dumpling dough made and in the freezer, ready to go.
So
Yeah.
do you just freeze your pumpkin pies then?
Mhm.
Do you bake them before you freeze them?
No.
Okay, so you just mix them all up and then.
Sorry. Yes, I did bake them.
Okay.
I apologize. I was thinking about something
So then
else.
that way you just have to thaw them out.
Yes.
no,
I
it's,
thaw them out,
this is
thaw them
what
out in the
you-
refrigerator. It's already made.
Right.
So I actually made 4 because we had to have one to eat
Well,
and
yeah.
try. And I took one down to my mom's, and then 2 are in the freezer for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And so the pumpkin pies are made, the dumpling dough's made. I thought there was something else that I'd made. I can't remember right now. But I always like taking some of the dumplings and I like blackberry dumplings as a
Oh.
dessert for me. Like
That
there's only
sounds
me
delicious.
and one
Yeah.
others that make it. So.
And me and Becky, we
Yeah.
like
Yes,
we like
we love
blackberry
that
dumplings.
too. Yeah.
On the way here, Becky, I thought about making cinnamon rolls again this year. And I'm like, if I do, I have to take them in.
Those cinnamon
Thanksgiving
rolls.
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't share those cinnamon rolls. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
just-
Yes.
I'll be here. Just
Yeah.
need my own.
Yeah. We don't share. I just don't share cinnamon rolls.
No
Mm-mm.
sharing.
No, I'm sorry.
No
There's-
sharing allowed.
Yeah. Yeah. I just can't do that.
Yeah, so I've already started that because cooking on Thanksgiving can be a little hectic.
Oh,
Lot
I think
going on.
yeah, the more you can do, like
Yeah.
and have already ready, so
So I've been trying to get my prep work done.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what today is. Okay.
Oh, I
moving,
love
moving right along here. We need to see. Yeah, I know,
Moving
I know.
right along.
Well, I
30
just
minutes
realized we
later.
haven't done our today is. Well, we got to see what today is, don't we?
Yes.
Today is listening to Holly's tips of Black Friday
I
Day.
know. Holly makes me hungry. All right, we're to the 17th day of November. Electric greeting card day.
You know,
I don't.
I just see fires happening in
That was
mailboxes.
I just saw a study the other day where the number one thing that we don't do, it's old fashioned, but people love it, still love it, is sending cards to people.
My mother still does it.
Go, Mom.
I had a hard time even 30 years ago.
I love it.
Well, I'll tell you, I have finally quit because I would do them and then they would sit in the box and I'd never get the stamps to mail them. And so finally I thought, I'm done with this. I'm just done.
Mhm.
I never mailed them.
Done with
And there
this.
they say.
Yeah, and it's, we used to do them at work, every year. And
Mhm.
actually, I just told Camissa the other day, I'm like, oh, we're in November and I don't even have them purchased yet.
So I had somebody that I kept her children while her and her husband went away on a trip, and so so when they got back, she said, "Oh, we sent you a postcard, but on the I guess ships they like send little boats to come get the mail,"
Oh.
and she said that boat sunk. So she said your postcard is on the bottom of the sea.
Oh.
I know.
gosh.
So then I wondered,
Were the
okay,
people saved?
I guess, yeah, but the boat,
It's horrible.
yeah, so like the mail boat.
The mailbox sank. Wow.
I know. So she said it went. So she said your postcard went down.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I'm like, okay, is that not bizarre? I mean,
Yes.
I'm like,
How bizarre.
I,
How bizarre, how bizarre, how bizarre. That's
I'm like, how in the world?
well,
You know
listen,
what I mean?
now Becky
I don't
White
know
is
if
on the
there's
bottom
any-
of the ocean.
If there's any scuba Steves out there, scuba
Steves.
Steves out there, scuba diving and find my postcard. Can you imagine? Remember on what was it, The Jerk, when that got all wet?
Yeah.
He tried to read it.
Well, and
Having fun in the Bahamas.
if you think about it, think how many things are at the bottom of the ocean.
Mhm.
Like how many things are at the bottom of the ocean for real?
Mhm.
Well, I know one thing.
Our postcard.
My postcard's down there. Not happy. I really wanted to see what it said. Want to see what she picked out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. I thought that was really bizarre.
That
So
is
I didn't know
bizarre.
that. I didn't know that from one stage to the other, it could really not it could go not in well.
Well,
So, all right. So this is also homemade bread day.
I love
yum.
homemade bread.
It's just like so
Yum,
good.
yum, yum.
And
yum,
once
yum.
you start,
Especially homemade sourdough bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried that one time, but you have to baby that. You have to keep feeding it.
I don't have the patience to do it.
I
myself.
don't. That's why I started it, and then I was like, okay, I am done with this.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like I don't even feed my children daily. No, that's a lie. I
That's
do.
not
I do
true.
feed my
That's
children
a lie.
daily.
I
I'm
know,
lying.
I know.
But sometimes it takes a lot of energy for me to do that.
Yeah.
I'm glad they can fend for themselves. But it's like I can't baby the sourdough
No.
starter.
No.
I
I'm not-
love it
I'm
though.
not doing it.
What
I would
about
love to be like creative. I saw one where they did a turkey out of sourdough
Mhm.
bread.
Mhm.
Oh, I see.
They
that.
carved
Yeah.
it, and some of that is so beautiful.
Mhm.
I'm
Yes.
not doing it.
I just want to
I
know
don't have the
what was that? Remember that where you started like the bread?
Friendship bread.
Okay, like
Yep.
and you have to do 5 days. Remember?
Yeah.
6 days. I'd like to get a start of that. I was wrapped up in it,
Again,
like-
I don't have the patience for
Well,
friendship.
You got to do it, and then it's like, oh, the whole point of it is then you have to split it in half and pass it on
Yeah.
and pass your
else.
crazy on to somebody else.
But I really want to catch a little bit of that crazy again because I haven't done that. I mean, it's been years.
I think that is nothing more than sourdough bread starter.
I just want to say it's delicious though. Do you remember how good it was? It was like, oh,
It's sourdough bread.
If
I'm
I'm
pretty
going to
sure.
do bread, I just want to do bread that day and be done with it.
Yes, and I actually do have a bread machine,
Mm-hmm.
and I was using that one time, and somebody's like, "Oh, that's cheating."
no, it's not.
No, it's
I was like,
No.
"You're cheating."
That's right.
Some of my best memories are me and Granny making bread with her bread machine.
Oh, I think bread machines would be.
Yeah,
great.
and
I just don't want one because I know it'd be dangerous. I mean,
Well, I have all the gizmos and
Yeah.
gadgets.
all of the flavor. Oh yeah, she's got the gadget. She's gadget queen. I'm totally. I only allow a microwave. I don't do gadgets. Mm-mm.
I do gadgets.
I don't do gadgets. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, anything to make my life easier, I'm all for it.
Give her all the gadgets.
Give me it
You
all.
guys all the gadgets. Yeah. I don't want gadgets. Yeah. What did you try to buy me one time? And I said, don't you dare buy it. It was something that she thought I needed in my kitchen. I was like, I don't want it. I don't need it. You know what I mean? I don't want it. You know, remember? It was something.
I don't remember.
I remember I was like, and I was so afraid you were going to get it. And I'm so glad you didn't. I was like,
I seen a beautiful charcuterie board the other day, though, talking about the bread, where they took the bread dough and they made a cornucopia with it.
I saw that too.
And it was at the end of
Yeah.
the charcuterie board with, all the goodies coming out of it. It
Yeah.
was beautiful, too. I liked it.
I love
That's
those boards
nice.
like that.
I
Yeah.
love charcuterie boards.
Yeah.
A mandolin. I was gonna buy you a mandolin.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't need it.
I love my
Oh
mandolin.
no.
I use it all the time.
time.
Makes my slices nice and even. I don't have to worry about it.
I'll come over and use yours if I really need.
I'm a
one.
fan.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not buying one. I don't want one of those. No. Okay, International Stand Up to Bullying Day. That's right. Stand
Big
up.
fan.
Yes. And sometimes people bully and they don't realize they're bullying. So sometimes it's good to bring that to people.
Well, and sometimes this is something I've had to teach my children, especially some of the younger ones. Just because somebody is mean does not mean they are a bully. Because I think we have been so quick to throw around the bullying word
Yeah,
that it's
that
like,
label.
okay,
Yeah.
a bully is somebody who is constantly, consistently picking on you every day. It is not somebody who is having a bad day and says something mean.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
And that's something I think we do need to keep in mind because we are quick to be like, well, they're a bully. Well, no, they're not. They had a bad day.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's not their character. Quit labeling them.
That's true. Yeah. And those labels. Ooh,
Yes.
Yeah,
They stick.
they do.
So-
they really do. Yeah.
I do think that is something that,
I think
because,
I'm glad you're saying that because I think a lot of people will say that, oh, they're a bully.
well,
And they'll
no,
just
they're
throw
not.
that out, but they could be.
Yeah, it's
not
just
having
you're
a-
having a bad day.
Yeah.
And you know what? I have a bad day. It doesn't mean I'm a bully.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean exactly. Or maybe a little bit of a phase there. Something's going on in
Yes.
your life, So
It's
let's
not
give
real.
grace. It's not real. It's
I know, but it sure is cute.
I know. That's the
This-
station fish.
Did
Yeah.
somebody make it?
Yeah. I actually got it. Yeah.
I really like
Isn't
it.
it cute? And you can actually turn them upside
It's
down.
like a sensory
Yeah.
jar.
Yes.
And look, and he
adult
goes, yeah.
sensory jar.
And then he always goes. He doesn't go belly
I
up.
really like him.
Yeah. And he cool.
Yeah.
We're looking at the fish jar.
Yeah.
It is the fish
Yeah.
jar.
My husband
I
sat
do
for an
need
hour and
one
thought
of
he.
these.
My husband sat for an hour and thought he was real. He said, "We got a
No,
fish."
you can tell it's not real.
Well,
Well, Mr. White sometimes.
I mean, look at his tail.
he said, "We got a fish," and I said, "Yeah." And then like an hour later, he goes, "That's not real." I was like,
oh my
"No, it's not
gosh.
real."
In
honey."
his defense, he probably wasn't actually staring
no,
it
he
down.
was not. No, it was at a quick
Yes.
glance. Yeah.
Yes.
And I had just turned it, so it was like moving like that. Like when you just flipped it over, it was like moving. So
I like the Orbeez. I love Orbeez though.
the little
The little
The
balls.
balls.
At the bottom.
Oh,
It looks
yeah.
like little Orbeez to me anyway.
might be.
I love Orbeez.
Yeah.
I need one of these for the classroom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and then you don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? You don't have to
Yeah.
feed it over Thanksgiving or Christmas vacation. You got it, right? You don't have to feed it.
Send it home with one of the kids. This is your job. Take care of our pet.
That might be the only. Yeah, that's the only way it'll live. Like, okay. International Students Day. There you go.
There you go. See?
There you
Let's
go.
raise them up.
National Butter Day, and I don't get any kickbacks. I'm not their spokesman,
I'm a
and
fan for butter.
I'm not endorsement, but what is it? The kind of like
You like the Land O'Lakes?
Land O'Lakes.
I
Land
like
O'Lakes.
Land O'Lakes. Butter,
The best.
salted butter, the best butter.
It
you
is.
can
It
get.
no, I didn't. It really is. It separates
really
the boys
is.
from the men.
I'm
It
El
really does.
Cheapo. I get the old unsalted off-brand butter.
Oh no.
I promise. Just give a little bit of Land O'Lakes. I will cut on other things and save money so that I can have the Land O'Lakes.
A long time ago, I quit using any type of margarines, and I only
Ooh,
went to
I
butter.
only use butter.
I only use butter.
Yeah.
When
Butter
I-
makes it better.
it tastes so much better, and when I found out it's only like one molecule away from plastic, I'm like, I'm done.
Well, I had read an article that said if you put margarine out, even like insects will not
Mhm.
touch it.
Mhm.
And I tried that. I thought, there's no way. And so I put it out, and like a week later, it's still same shape.
Mhm.
Nothing had touched it. And
Oh,
I
wow.
thought, ooh,
Yeah. If you don't
Yeah.
see a fly,
I'm not
butter,
eating
or fly in
that.
the margarine.
You just can't beat butter.
No, I agree.
My mom goes and gets the round butters because she has one of the old-fashioned butter dishes, with the dome on top, and she keeps that on her table all the time.
I love that.
I do too.
I keep butter out. I have it. Mine's just the rectangular.
Right.
But I have seen where they have the one, like the butter dishes that actually get submerged in water.
Yes, I've had one of those.
Did you love it?
I-
Or no?
Wait, I don't know what you mean.
So there's okay. So
It's like a crock, and it's supposed to
it's- yeah.
keep it where you can spread it.
You keep it. It's like a jar that goes together, but you take the top off, and it's like a little bowl, and the butter goes in there, and so that way it's soft because you can keep it out, and the water kind of protects it from anything, contaminants or whatever. And when you turn it back over, it goes back into the water, so the water protects it. But I find that the water gets on the edges a little bit, and I don't like that. So I just rather have my butter dish with the butter in it with
Okay.
the lid on it.
Because I've not bought one of those, but I've wondered.
I didn't like it.
Never got
I'd rather have the
Yeah.
butter dish with the lid on it and just be
Yeah.
done with it.
That's what I have now, but my butter dish doesn't match my kitchen.
Who cares?
This is Little Mermaid Day. Little Mermaid
Okay.
Day.
Oh, we're still on with today.
World Peace Day. I know. Isn't it crazy? I know it's a lot today. This is National Unfriend Day.
Unfriend?
Unfriend.
Like I'm unfriending
Yeah.
people?
National Take a Hike Day. And National
Because I'm unfriending you, so take a hike.
There you go. And National Farm Joke Day. Farm Joke Day. So
Oh.
We don't want to tell jokes on our farmers. now.
well, I was gonna say
I
the
love my
farmers the jokes that the
farmers.
farmers tell. Normally I don't know that I could tell on the radio, right?
Mm-mm.
Right.
I
So
love our
we're gonna
farmers.
have calling in. We gotta call her in today. So we're gonna in just a little bit. But I want to Autumn Scott Hall. Well, we got you in the studio. I want to talk about. We were talking about shopping and having fun on Black Friday, but let's talk about like making sure financial, not making sure that we.
Well, let's
leader
be
one.
financially smart on our Black Friday shopping. A lot of times, I'm a
Let's
big,
put some tips.
big fan of if you are planning on Black Friday shopping, have a budget and stick to your budget. Like, I think that is important. Like Holly even mentioned, it is about the spirit of Christmas. It's about having fun. It's about spending time together. And you do not have to go into debt. You do not have to go broke to have a good time.
Mhm.
Enjoy yourselves, but have a budget in place. Know what you are going to spend before you go.
Right.
Have a
Take
budget.
that cash, and that's all you can spend.
Yes.
When you're out, and don't use your card. Leave your card at home.
Yes,
Just take your cash.
I love that.
Do you feel like with in financial, like do you feel like cash, we hold on to it a little bit longer? Like, let's say that you bring, I'm just going to say, even like a $20 bill. A lot of times like, and maybe something's $1.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't wanna
because
break that.
once you break it, it's gone.
Yeah. Do you feel that, okay, like, so is
Yeah.
that better to do like that? Or
If you are responsible enough and you can keep your cash close, yes, keep your cash, have your set budget, because a lot of times that cash, you visually see it going away. A card you don't see going away. You just swipe and it comes out. And unless you're balancing your checkbook after every transaction, which we already know people don't balance checkbooks, you're not going to feel that pain. And one of the other things I say, that I recommend, you don't have to open a new account. Like, you go to some of these bigger stores and they're like, oh, open a card today and you can save 15%. Well, yeah, you may save 15% that day, but your interest on that credit card is 24%. So if you don't turn around and pay it off immediately, then you're really not saving anything because you're accumulating interest on it, and actually at a, sometimes anywhere from an 8 to 22% more than what you saved. So don't go open cards at stores just to save immediately because you don't save in the long
Right.
run.
So if you were going to open a card at a store, have that like premeditated or already have that.
A lot of times it's not premeditated.
No,
though. They get you while you're standing in line.
Yeah, and they'll say that. They'll say, "Oh, you can save $20 today,
Yes,
or $10 today if you."
And that sounds really good until you get the bill, and then you realize, oh, I didn't really save anything.
Yes. Okay.
So
I'm laughing. I love her, Kelsey Dawson.
Oh yeah,
announcer. She just brought the equipment back.
Thank
you, Kelsey. I love that with her little rain hat on. Okay, that's cute. Anyway, tune in for her and Brock Dawson there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway, no, going back on this. So if you are going to do this, and what this coming up this shopping, they're going to offer.
Yes,
this.
they will offer it to you.
They're going to hit this.
Don't. I love that Holly sit here and said, "Hey, I looked through everything. I have a plan." Have a plan. Know what you're going for. You know, and here's what I say. If you're buying for people, have a budget for those people. Hey, my mom, I'm not spending more than, $50, $70. My dad, I'm not spending more than $50, $70. My kids, whatever that may be that fits into your budget may only be 10, and that's okay. Because again, it's about the thought. It's about the time. And a lot of times people just enjoy time together.
Right.
And you can budget that free money into it, because I do have my list, and I do have what I'm spending on each person, what I plan on getting, and then I have like, okay, here's my free money. I can spend whatever I want on.
Yeah.
But I've learned to say no. Oh,
and
I'm like, no. And you feel like they make you feel like you're hurting their feelings. No, I don't need it. No.
Here's the thing too. It's their job to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is absolutely 100% their job to ask. It is absolutely 100% your job to say no.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm sorry. I tell people, like, I literally, this is one of the things that I say. I can't. I can't do it. I won't do it. Thank you, but no thank you.
Right. Yeah.
That's even, you go to those parties with hosts, and then they're like, oh, for this amount of money, you can join our team. No, I can't. I can't, because my husband will beat me if I join one more thing. It's like, no, you don't understand. I can't. I don't want to.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing. We have been conditioned, I think, especially as females, not to say no.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, no, your no is very powerful, and your no is your right. So, no, I don't want to.
Right. And I'm sure that, because like when somebody comes to get that mortgage loan, or somebody wants to just talk financial with you, and you probably see that a lot, where that's what trips people up, are these little bitty things.
Yeah. And a lot of times I've heard people say, oh, well, I saved 10% on that, or I saved, $25 if I spent $100. And it's like, okay, but did you get your bill?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. How much interest? And then you didn't pay it all off that month.
Right.
So, just be smart with your finances. Have a budget, stick with it. Say no to credit cards.
Right. And I'm going to go ahead and answer this.
Nope, you're fine.
We're going to be on just a second with you in just a second here. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to hang up accidentally, and I don't mean to. Hang on. Let me put her. I just hung up on you. Please call back. Okay. Sorry. Phone operator.
I gotta go.
But I know I want you to give your information. How
so
they find out more about
we are on the square there, 2 doors down from the bakery. You can reach us at the office at 812-883-0670. You can reach me on my cell phone at 812-620-6121. And then you can reach Camissa. She's my other loan officer. She's 812-896-4314.
All right, awesome. And keep up the great work. Leader Financial and
Leader One
Financial, and thank you, Autumn Scott Hall. Go get it. Go have a great day.
Pleasure being
There
with
you
you.
go. I love
Pleasure
you,
being
Maxine.
with you.
I love that. All right, we do have by phone. Who do we have with us this morning?
Hi, my name is Justine Martin.
Justine, good to have you with us. And we actually are going to be talking about bingo, right?
Yes.
All right. And Justine, good to have you with us this morning. I apologize for hanging up. I sometimes operator error, you know what I mean? It's one of those landline, you know what I mean? And those landlines will get you. But let's find out. Tell us a little bit about your history and tell us what you got going on and a little bit about yourself, Justine.
Well, I moved to Salem, Indiana about the end of February of this year. My husband is from here. But when bingo got started back up at the American Legion, we went to play, and we noticed that they needed volunteers. So my husband and I volunteer there at the bingo hall, and we have bingo every Sunday, and we just love it. It is so much fun.
Right. Well, and I think bingo is something everybody loves. Holly Thompson works at Salem Crossing, and I would be scared to take that bingo away from Salem
It
Crossing.
is one of the favorite activities of the residents.
Yes.
And bingo is something everybody loves, and everybody can play. You know what I mean?
Very competitive.
Yes.
But yeah, your group.
Not very expensive at all.
Right.
Play
Exactly.
pretty much every game we have for about $20.
Right. Well, let's talk about the VFW. Of course, it was right there on Main Street, and you've moved location.
Yes, we are now up at the old bingo hall, which is located at 105 West Q Veteran Drive. We're in Salem.
Right.
It is illegal gambling under Indiana Gaming Commission. It's licensed and owned by the American Legion Post 41, gaming license number 000112. And this Sunday, with every bingo, we will have turkey giveaways.
Oh, nice.
I love that. So, like, every time you scream bingo, you could possibly win a turkey?
Correct. We have about between 30 and 40 turkeys, and it will be one per person. So if you bingo 3 times, you're only going to get 1 turkey. But at the end, whatever we have left, we're going to raffle off. So hopefully the majority of people will leave with a turkey.
I love that. What a blessing.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I love that so much. Now,
and I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I would like to thank, actually the manager at JC Store, he donated $100 out of his own pocket for us to purchase turkeys as well for bingo. So we wanted to thank him for sure.
Well, that's nice. Yeah. Well, so going back on this, okay, tell us a little bit about the bingo. Does it cost to enter the bingo, and how much?
You just buy your packs. So it just depends what you want to play. We have early bird that starts at 2 o'clock. Those are $3 a pack if you wanted to buy multiple. And then we have different, it's just how many cards you want to play at a time. We have 6-face, 12-face, 18-face, or you can combine them to make any number of faces you would like. And they're all different prizes, but as I said, you can get a 6-face, an early bird, and then we have a few other games on the side, and you can get them all for about $19.
Okay. And, so the early bird starts at 2, and then the other starts at 3?
2:30.
2:30, okay.
Yeah, early bird's at 2, regulars at 2:30, and the doors open at 12:30.
Okay.
Every Sunday. We do have a couple of Sundays coming up that we will be closed just due to holidays and stuff. But we do have a schedule up there at the bingo hall for that.
All right, awesome. Well, we appreciate your information and appreciate, love that, our community giving away turkeys and helping families out. We love that so much.
Yes, thank you for having me.
All right. Well, Justine, listen, thank you. And I want you to have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And of course, if you win a turkey on Sunday, you can start, defrosting that and be ready for the big Thanksgiving, right? You might have 2 or 3 turkeys.
Right.
Nobody would be complaining on that for sure.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for checking in with us, letting us know all about it. Keep up the good work and hopefully win those turkeys, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Happy Thanksgiving, Justine.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right. Bye-bye, hon.
Bye. Bye.
All right. Wonderful. Not bad at all.
No.
Holly, what's your big plans at Salem Crossing? Have you guys already had your Thanksgiving meal?
We're doing an employee pitch-in on Wednesday, and then the culinary department is making their Thanksgiving meal for the residents on Thursday.
Oh.
And of course, we have a lot of residents that go out with families and stuff like that as well. But yeah, they make their big meal on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh. I when you walk in, you start smelling all that.
Yes.
Is that not the best?
Yes.
Oh.
The smell of Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness gracious.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
I wonder if there's like a candle scent like out there.
I don't
Thanksgiving.
know.
Can you imagine though, like every time you burned it, you'd be hungry.
You would be, because you have all the smells meld together. So you have the turkey, the breads, the mashed potatoes, the beans, everything just kind of melding together.
Yeah.
But there's nothing like the smell of that turkey and yeast bread.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like those are probably my 2 favorites.
Oh,
And then
You
the
know.
pies,
Oh, don't
baking,
even.
you know.
Yeah. Watch.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I'm there. So on the, I love this. I love the everybody, the resident, or not the resident, but the actual faculty or everybody
Mhm.
bringing in pitching, because you have got some of the best of the best.
Oh,
And this is where bragging rights, a little showing off. I mean, this is when everybody's gonna understand the assignment and bring their A game.
Yes.
This is gonna be the
Yes.
best of the best food.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I might just have to pop in. Oh, I didn't realize you guys were.
And we do it like it's like a 4-hour span because people's lunch breaks are different or whatever. So
Sure.
there's like a 4-hour span. So, but yeah, there's little sign-ups and everybody signs up what they want to bring and everything, and yummy day of food.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But I love that because everybody like really puts their heart and soul into it. I mean, you've got some good dishes that are going to be coming along. And I think that in healthcare, it's so important because, okay, I feel like in healthcare, well, in you know, they're giving so much of themselves.
Mhm.
And what a blessing on this, how thankful we are to have them
Oh,
and
yes.
what all they have gone through to be, but still stayed with it.
Yep.
Right? In
Mhm.
healthcare, that's remarkable.
Yeah, because I mean, COVID was a hard hitter for more than one reasons,
Mhm.
you know, and it hit staffing tremendously because it was hard.
Sure.
It was hard going through what we had to go through.
Definitely, definitely. And for those that have stayed with it and stuck with it, or, you know, I mean, or decided I want to be a part of it, you know, I mean, hats off, you know, I mean, and we're very thankful to have them, you know, I mean, taking care of our loved ones and being right there. And they give so much of themselves and they make that so personal. I think that's something that is just like none other at Salem Crossing.
Because like we did our Quest for Excellence dinner last Thursday, which for American Senior Communities.
Congratulations. Yes, talk about that.
So
yeah.
it is like the biggest dinner that they hold all year long. It's our Quest for Excellence dinner. So each building nominates, like the residents and staff vote on who they feel like is the employee of the year, almost is like what it is, but it's called Quest for Excellence. And Austin Leclerc was our winner this year.
Congratulations.
And he's such a he is so good with those residents, and those residents love him. But he does not like he was in his uncomfortable zone at the dinner because like that is not his place to be.
Oh.
But so it's the dinner for every building's like employee of the year to get together and be celebrated by the company, and it was an awesome dinner. But he actually started as a PCA, which is a personal care assistant that started during COVID.
Oh, wow.
So he started his path during COVID as a PCA, and he's now a certified nursing assistant, and he's also a preceptor, which means he trains our new employees as well.
That's awesome.
And so he's really grown in within all of the barriers and everything that COVID threw at us. You know, he has grown to be who he is today, and he's magnificent. And again, the residents absolutely love him dearly. He does great at he's great at what he does, and we appreciate not only his effort, but everybody's effort at the building. You know, we wish they could all win.
Sure.
You know, unfortunately they can't. So.
Well, they're all winners.
They're all winners in my eyes.
I know they are. And that's something that you really, you know, work, you know, to make sure that they understand that. You know, I mean, they feel that. Yeah. It's a family.
It is.
Yeah. And that's you can definitely feel that. You got that vibe going on throughout the whole building, which is important. You know, everybody working together and everybody's like-minded in that.
Yeah. And we had an interview a couple weeks ago, and I even told him then, like, this is like my second family. I spend just as much time, if not more, here than I do at my own home. So this is like my second family. And when I walk up that sidewalk into the building, it's like I'm coming home, you know. And I truly feel that way. That's not just saying it, but that's how I felt since the first day I walked through those doors. It's like it's truly home. The environment is just something special.
Right, for sure. And that is true. And I love that the parent company has recognized, you know, like, let's have a dinner. And so it was in Indianapolis, right?
It was in Indianapolis.
You went to the big city.
Went to the big city.
Did you go down any one-way streets the wrong way?
No, not this time. Somebody else was driving. My director of nursing was driving, thank goodness. So she drove all of us.
I had to ask, you know that. Okay.
She drove all of us, and we got to stay tonight in a nice hotel and
yay.
have the appetizers and then the meal and
putting on the Ritz.
Putting on the Ritz.
Oh, I love that.
It was nice.
And I'm glad that he felt that, you know.
Yes.
And I think that's very much well deserved, and very much, it's nice to feel that feeling.
Yeah,
to be
it is.
recognized.
And he got to go up on the stage and accept his award, and then go get his picture with the CEO and COO of the company.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's really
special.
Cool. Yeah, that's neat. Well, I saw that, and I'm so happy for that. So
well, and I love, because our region, the southeast region of the state, like we're a very strong team. Lisa Tetra's team. Okay.
Oh, Lisa is like, she's like Wonder Woman there.
Yes.
Yeah, she's got it.
She is Wonder Woman, and so we're a team. And so whether it be Riverview or Hillcrest or Clark or Todd Dickey, whoever it is, like we're cheering each other for each other's people, and because they're like our cousins.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, your sister facility, Meadowview, right here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you guys are like a power team. I mean,
oh yeah.
and what I love about Meadowview and Salem Crossing, everybody complements each other. Your buildings are both unique, both different, and it works out perfect.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Does.
And I think we're so blessed to have a community with this. You know what I mean? Such great facilities.
Yep, because we do work closely together. We work well together.
Yes, you do.
We do complement each other well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great having somebody that close to us that we work so well with.
Yeah, for sure, and I love that. Well, congratulations, and well deserved for him. And and he's a young man.
Yes, he is.
So that's pretty outstanding too. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
That's great. Well, and hopefully he'll encourage others to get, and I'm sure to maybe follow up and hopefully recruit some more, people to be a part.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then we're also right now we're working on our 1-to-1 program is a big program for American Senior Communities. It's where we put people through nursing school at no cost to them. So we had people. Our building was actually the building that they did the testing in this year. So they test people for the LPN program and they test people for the RN program, and they put so many through a year, because we actually have. I have one person who's in the 1-to-1 program right now going from CNA to LPN. And then we had 2 more tests this week, one for CNA to LPN and one for an LPN to RN. So I love that program. Like, it's a very special and unique program for American Senior Communities, because where else you can find a place that will pay 100% of your tuition, to become a nurse. So I love that program as well.
And while they're doing that, they can work.
Oh yeah.
See, this is what I just cannot say this loud enough for the people in the back to hear. I want everybody to hear this, because what a blessing. Because like, if you really want to make a career move and you want to do something, you can have a job, work, and get a paycheck.
Yep.
But also be going to school.
That's right.
I love that so much, Holly. What an opportunity.
There's all different career paths. I mean, because we have the preceptor program for, like our culinary department. There's a culinary track. If somebody is a culinary aide and they want to become a certified dietary manager,
Love that.
There's all different career tracks within the company for that. So like my memory care support specialist, she also was hired in the building as a PCA, and there's room for growth. And that's what I love, whether it's within Salem Crossing or within ASC as a whole, but there's room for growth.
Yeah, I love that. And you can always keep on, you can keep going higher.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And there's always that. I love that so much. Well,
because we've had several, actually the vice president of clinical services, she started as a CNA and then went to a nurse and then went to a DNS and then went to a nurse consultant. And now she's the head nurse for the company. That's how far she's grown.
That's great.
So,
yeah. Well, it just shows that.
Yeah.
It shows that. I love that so much. Well, and then the support, if you are, going to school and working, I love that you guys support each other so much. You know what I mean? And just sometimes like that, you got it, you can do this, or you're doing a great job. You know what I mean? Those are like so important, just to hear those words.
Yeah. Like last year I had 3 people in the 1 program, all 3 LPNs going to RNs, all 3 got their RN degree, and 2 of them
awesome.
have grown into Well, one is now the DNS of another building.
Love that so
mhm.
much. Well, and those are occupations that we need.
Mhm.
We are in
Yes.
need of that, and so
Yes.
that's great to hear that. Yeah, and helping out. I mean, life happens sometimes, like after school or after high school or something, or financially, you just don't have that. So what a blessing that you guys. That's fantastic. You do that.
And even for employees who don't get picked, because it's the whole company, they're picking for this one tuition program.
Uh-huh.
And even if you don't get picked for that, they still have a tuition reimbursement program, as well. So
that's great.
There's
good.
lots of options.
And if anybody wants to know more information, they can just contact you.
Just contact Salem Crossing. We'll get you in touch with Bridget, and she can help you.
Oh, Bridget. I love that.
Love Bridget.
Love that. Yes. Well, I want to wish you and your wonderful family, a beautiful family, happy Thanksgiving. And I know everybody's going to be eating well.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm thinking about those pumpkin pies in your freezer right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm thinking about all of that. Yeah, I know there's going to be a lot of great food. So I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. And what's your favorite Thanksgiving food? Like, what's the one thing?
Sweet potato casserole.
Oh.
If I have to pick a favorite, but I like them all. I like all of the Thanksgiving foods.
Yeah, me too. It just all goes together.
Sweet potato casserole I have to make and take to my families when we're doing our get-togethers. So.
Would they be really upset if you?
Oh well, they wouldn't.
Yeah,
I'd have
you
to
probably
leave
just
and go home and make it and come back.
Yeah, your daughters can come in, your husband can come in, but you have to go home and you must clean, or you must go get it ready.
I have to go make the casserole. I love that.
Yeah, that sounds delicious though. Yeah. Well, Holly, anyway, thank you so much for coming in, and you be safe and have fun out there at Black Friday shopping, and
and you have a very happy Thanksgiving as well.
Thank you so much. All right, let's thank our sponsors.
We'd like to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Fox Purley Wealth Management, Fantastic Sam's, Leader One Financial, and Dr. Black's Eye Associates and Dr. Mindy Gunn. Thank you so much, sponsors. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Very thankful for them.
Yes.
Autumn Scott Hall and her staff at Salem's Leader One Financial Office on the public square help you live your best dream with just the right financing. Autumn and Camissa are licensed for all FHA, VA, USDA, conventional, and jumbo mortgage programs. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned real estate investor, or simply looking for refinancing options, Autumn's team will help you and ensure you receive the right mortgage for your unique financial situation at a competitive and fair price. They'll communicate with you all the information you need to know when you need to know it, while offering the best mortgage loans for your financing needs. Call today to get started, 812-883-0670, or stop in and see Autumn or Camissa today at 18 Public Square, Suite A in Salem. We're ready to open the door to home ownership for you.
Turning Point Church in Scottsburg is a church of second chances and new beginnings, and has something for everyone and every age. Showers for those in need are going to be available Wednesdays from 5:30 to 6 p.m. Food is also available afterwards. If you're in need of more than a meal, Turning Point has food giveaways twice a month, Mondays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Coming up this Saturday, November the 11th and November the 25th. Turning Point Church is located at 899 West McLean Avenue in Scottsburg. For more information, contact Pastor John Jackson at 812-752-7857 or find the church's Facebook page online.
He's going to go to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! From South Bend to Evansville and from Vincennes to Richmond, all over Hoosier country, catch Indiana University football all season long. It's Senior Day at Memorial Stadium this weekend as IU welcomes Michigan State. Oh, he got blasted! Our coverage begins at 11 a.m. on the Neal Tire and Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield. Indiana's going to win it, and they have won it! 5 times national champion.
Under sponsors.
Radio's Dream Team. Rick Burgess, Bill Bubba Bussey, Calvin Speedy Wilburn, the real Greg Burgess, Helmsy, and Eddie Van Adler.
You're sexy, sexy.
From the No Name Studio on the bleeding edge of technology, a brand new hour of the Rick and Bubba Show. Location for us, Sweet Home, Alabama. Out to you on all sorts of platforms, live and or archive. Find all those options at rickandbubba.com. America's boldest radio stations. If you don't have an affiliate, the TuneIn app is a nice option. YouTube, you can watch us live on YouTube. There's up tubers. All your archive options feature a YouTube archive every day. Go to our podcast channel for an audio archive every day. You get a couple of best of hours there too. On the video, if you're a Blaze TV subscriber, a best of hour on the archive every day. And then our podcast archive has a best of hour too. I just want to lay my love on you. Welcome back, Bill Bubba.
Rick, glad to be here, and thank all of you for joining us on the little party we call Rick and Bubba.
Bubba, an update on America. America, just sickly little patient. Bubba, this was the big story yesterday.
Rick, we have a problem in our country. We've not addressed it, and it is the indoctrination of our youth. Excuse me, through our education system. And Rick, this was highlighted when we had the bin Laden letter to America that started spreading around TikTok. And you had all of these kids getting on there going, you know, he was right. He was right. And being sympathetic to Osama bin Laden, who murdered 3,000 of your fellow countrymen. And it's just, I mean, I didn't think you could be this gullible and this wrong and this crazy. But we have a lot of our youth that are right on that train, and they're packed in there.
Now, did anyone talk to China about taking it off TikTok? It looks like they did, right?
Well, it has now. TikTok has announced that they'll be scrubbing its platform of any content that features Osama bin Laden's infamous letter to America. In the letter to America, Osama bin Laden compared the U.S. Of being complacent, accused the U.S. of being complacent in the oppression of the Palestinians and spreading AIDS throughout the world. The video sharing platform announced on Thursday that the vile letter's promotion clearly violates their rules on supporting any form of terrorism. But Rick, the number of kids that went online and saw this and then made their own TikTok stories or their own post saying, hey, he was right. And now my whole world has changed. You wouldn't believe, if you saw somebody, you would not believe.
It explains what, I always look to figure out what's going on in the world.
Can we hear these, Adler? Can we listen to them real quick?
I want you to hear this. By going to Babylon Bee, because Babylon Bee, I didn't know what it meant, but they said college campuses now removing Osama bin Laden posters from the halls.
Right.
And I was like, what is this about? And now you explain it. So
I want you to listen to what some of these people are saying.
All right. And
wait a second. Give me a second. I got to screen this up.
Okay. Also, another Babylon Bee. People in San Francisco are creating scarecrows that look like G, so their streets will be clean.
Oh, wow. That's good. I like that one. I love that one.
I love you, Babylon Bee. Of course, we had to create not the Bee because of, real headlines.
But you guys are right, because if you weren't alive during 9/11 and you're only relying on what's being taught in school, and it's not being taught correctly, then you don't have the right grasp of history and what really happened and what he stood for. And now, you have what you have.
I think what you have on even a broader scale is you have people who are enemies of our way of life, of our freedom, of how we live as Americans, and they know they can't defeat us militarily. That's out. Not going to happen. So they are trying to rot our civilization from within and basically deconstruct Western civilization. And that goes into all of this about the nuclear family, about gender, about everything else. You see how they have polluted our youth and our environment now to believe that anything we do in this country is wrong and should be changed or broken down.
And then they're not wise enough to figure out that all the things that they're embracing in our country, the person that they're now today deeming a hero was against all of it.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes, they're so ingenious in this.
Right,
Listen to some of these comments though by people who've watched it.
So here's three different versions of it. This person is showing themselves celebrating in 2011 when they heard the news, we got him, talking about Osama bin Laden.
But now they're like me. This is me in 2023 reading his letter to America, knowing that he was right. Here's a person actually talking
Before you
about
even
it.
read the letter, I did want to mention, in reading the letter, I could only think of this tweet that I saw the other day. Under settler colonialism, any kind of resistance is branded as terrorist because the only acceptable violence is violence by the occupier. So please keep that in mind when reading
One
the
more.
We really need to stop paying taxes because they ain't doing nothing but messing up everybody else, and America is the bully. And it's sad because they have brainwashed us to think that we was the best country in the planet.
There you go. I bet if you check Powell, he ain't paying a lot of tax.
Well, I would say on 9/11, when children were burned to death, in their daycare at the World Trade Center, and all these people were killed, by the way, of every ethnicity and every worldview, by people who crashed airplanes with people on them into the building. That sounds very bully-like.
Yeah.
That actually sounds kind of evil and bully-like to me. But I guess what they're saying is, well, we deserved it. And I will say this for those of you who have young kids and school-age kids and young adults, you will not be able, if your game plan is, I'll try to keep them from hearing and seeing any of this stuff, that's going to be a really bad game plan. What you better be doing is shepherding them and discipling them that no matter what they're told, they understand the truth and why it is true. Because the game plan of maybe they won't ever be challenged, and maybe there will be no attempt to indoctrinate them, maybe they won't watch the wrong thing on their phone, that's a bad plan. You better plan for when it happens, here's how they combat it. Because if you don't, you're gonna have some fixing to do.
Yeah. You know what I find strange too? They're always demonizing colonialism, and that's the end of the world. But when you see what some of these groups have done to Iran, when you see what they have done to Afghanistan, what you've seen they have done to other countries, we don't have a catchy term for that, but they have done a lot worse to them.
Yeah, they don't understand that, Bubba. They don't know these very people. If you brought up a theocracy, they don't even understand that Osama bin Laden was all about a theocracy.
Yeah.
And he was about no opposing view. He was about everybody being under the rule of one view, with religion-wise, government-wise, gender-wise. Everything would be done the way they want it done. No opposition, period. And for you to be siding with that view, thinking it opposes the very thing you think you're against, when it's the best example of everything you say is wrong,
right?
You're not educated. You don't know what you're talking about. You are foolish.
I got news for Lipstick. He wouldn't have fit in very well.
No, Lipstick would have a tough day under Sharia law.
He sure would.
Lipstick's
Yeah,
not going to do well.
Wouldn't make it long.
He will not do well under Sharia law.
You know too, if you go back and some really incredible footage, and I know that none of these kids take time to do that. Go back and look at what Iran used to look like in the 70s. Go back and look at what Afghanistan looked like 10 years ago when they had modernized and we were there keeping everybody in line. The different world that females had, just alone. Totally different world.
Yeah.
I mean, now they have been totally removed down to just ownership. It's incredible how that has declined, all in the name of what they now think is the correct way.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's so inverted and perverted. It's incredible. You can't even imagine people can look at it that way.
No.
And conquerism, it was the way of the world up until very, very recently.
It's still the way of the world.
Exactly. And might makes right for such a long time. And if we're talking about religions that have conquered places and peoples and things, the rise of Islam is one of the most dramatic cases of all the religions in the world. They used to be just on this little Arabian Peninsula right here, but now you look at their reign, what they're doing to Spain. It's just ridiculous.
Well, that's the tenet. That's the foundational. Right. That's what they're supposed to do. That's what they're commanded to do.
By sword.
Yeah, right. And so, and if you don't understand that,
buddy, they have an altar call, don't they?
There you go. It's a severe one.
Yep. Accept or give up the neck.
Yep. 16 minutes past the hour. You can't believe that, but I guess if you pay attention, I guess you can.
We'll be back. More Rick and Bubba coming up 16 minutes past. We'll get to more of your phone calls later, too, when the Rick and Bubba show continues right after this. Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. Are you driving an out-of-warranty car? Why would you do that? It's only a matter of time before your vehicle is in the shop costing thousands. Auto repair costs are up nearly 20% from last year. That's 4 times the rate of inflation. And when you enroll into Protection Plan through carshield.com/Bubba, you'll be locking in your price as it will never go up. We appreciate their administrators handling all the paperwork, and we get to choose the mechanic we want. They even offer 24/7 roadside assistance, complimentary towing, and rental car options. Save 20% at carshield.com/Bubba. A crazy schedule can make it easy to fall back into your old recipe rut, or you could keep mealtime exciting with HelloFresh. Over 40 recipes to choose from each week. There's always something delicious to discover and love. Save on flavorful fall dishes, crowd-pleasing eats, and more when you sign up for America's #1 meal kit. Take 50% off plus free shipping with the code Bubba at HelloFresh.com/Bubba. The code Bubba. That's HelloFresh.com/Bubba or RickandBubba.com under the sponsors.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. Not only is it open enrollment for a lot of people, it's also a time you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, switching to MediShare saves about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. But what's more, they like it. MediShare has double the member satisfaction rate compared to health insurance. Double. MediShare is a proven thing, too. For over 30 years, it's a Christian community of more than 400,000 members. And here's the thing, too. If you join before November 15th and you mention the promo code SHARE, you'll get another $150 savings. So I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline's November 15th. So call now and you'll save even more. Here's the number, 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Dell's Black Friday event is their biggest sale of the year. Shop limited time deals on laptops like the stylish, innovative XPS 13, engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Plus, save big on ultra-sharp monitors and top brand accessories. It's the perfect time to upgrade any home, business, or gaming setup powered by Intel Core processors. Shop now at Dell.com/deals to take advantage of huge savings and free shipping. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Simply Safe was named the best home security of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. But we don't do what we do for the accolades. We do it to protect you and everything you love. Our advanced sensors and HD cameras are powered by 24/7 professional monitoring for fast emergency response. Visit simplysafe.com/radio to get 50% off any new system today. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Some days, my active psoriatic arthritis makes it hard to get in the game. Now, the ball is in my court, thanks to treating my skin and joints with Sky Rizzi, Risankizumab Rizza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults.
Nothing is everything.
Sky Rizzi helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Sky Rizzi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Sky Rizzi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Sky Rizzi and visit SkyRizzi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart, it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. J.D. Power now ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. During our Black Friday sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
If you've ever wondered if CBD and other plant-based solutions can help you, well, 90% of customers report better sleep and 81% say CBD helps with stress and anxiety. If you've been thinking about trying it for a health concern that's not getting better, consider CBD from cbdistillery.com. Visit cbdistillery.com and enter the code BUBBA for a 20% discount. No prescription required. That's cbdistillery.com, promo code BUBBA, or find a link at rickandbubba.com under the sponsors.
Rick and Bubba Show. This weekend, another Rick and Bubba University, the podcast. We talked to Micah Andrews, the CEO of the Foundry. It's all about if you've got someone or you yourself are struggling with drug addiction. Unfortunately, it has touched just about every family within the sound of my voice in some way, shape, or form. So it's a real, I think, productive conversation about this problem and some solutions. And catch that wherever you get podcasts coming up over the weekend. All right, so Bubba, I know that the times we're living in where content is king, and there's nothing quite like sitting down with your phone and see if you can look at the next thing. That there's nothing quite like the ongoing videos of people pretending something scary is coming when it's not, and watching people freak out, whatever that's called. Those are some of my favorites. What is that called where you, like, all of a sudden I just start running like something's after me, and y'all don't know what.
Panics and goes
Yeah,
with
there's a name for it, but it really is hilarious to watch.
And they're doing now like they're being attacked by bees.
Yeah. I've seen
screaming,
people have
running.
like breakdowns, so they don't have any idea what's going on.
People falling everywhere.
I think that's what happened. Y'all remember when everybody freaked out at the BJCC during the state basketball?
Yes.
I was there
You were
for
there.
the state basketball championships, and I think that's what happened. I think some kids started running to freak everybody out, and then the entire arena ended up getting emptied.
Yeah,
I remember that. It just, and nobody knew why they were running.
Yeah,
I heard shots.
It's not the best thing to do.
Right.
No.
But the one where they're just doing it like to their spouse and stuff like that.
Oh, that's good.
Have you ever seen the one where the kind of chubby guy? He has like a nervous breakdown. He just start shaking, and all his wife just starts going like something's after him. He's like, what? He said, well, it's good. Now this is one. If you've ever had a baby,
Well, we don't have it.
we don't. Okay.
Bubba, did you send it to me?
I thought I did.
Okay, never mind.
The other thing, Rick, in that same category,
Right.
I've noticed people doing this too. Speedy will love this because he still plays a ton of golf or a little bit of golf. But they take a rubber snake and tie it
I saw that.
and
Fan.
they can't get away from it.
They all start
It's
doing that.
the same thing as their body moves in ways that they didn't know could move.
The best one is what I call the Traveling Todd running fall. When they have that snake tied to them, like you're talking about, everybody else in the group scatters, like, oh my gosh, and they're like, what?
It's so good.
And then they start running, and then because normally a tee box is elevated from where you're hitting it in the fairway, so they start falling down the hill thinking they're running from it, and they lose their traction. Gosh, that's good stuff.
I can't get enough of it.
Oh, it's sex.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah, this one here, I think he falls here.
Snake prank.
I can't remember if he did.
But
Not with a
please
cigarette
look,
in his mouth.
Please look. He thinks the snake's after him. That is so.
He's tearing that thing up.
Look, Elroy, he can't. Why is it on there?
I can't get enough of that.
Fantastic.
That's good. But hey, he didn't give that cigarette up.
No, he didn't.
No, he
That cigar's still
No, he
going.
didn't.
He's hot boxing.
And to your point, Rick, one of the I guess the wife scared the husband to what you were saying, like freaking out, and he fell down the 2 steps at the front porch, running from whatever she thought was after him, when she was just kidding.
I've never had
I
that.
think he hurt himself, went into the bushes.
I've never had that one done to me before, and I think I won't do it. I believe I could be incredibly successful with that.
I think I could too.
With Sherry, but I shouldn't do it.
I'd pay a dear price, but I could.
Right.
If I set up a phone camera or something and did that, it would be precious.
Well, that's
but I'd pay for it for about a
or
week.
know
I
where
think,
where the security
least.
cameras will catch it, and then do it.
Oh yeah,
I might have to do
That's
that.
tempting.
Bubba, were you talking about the cheesed
challenge?
Yes.
Okay.
yes. Crying baby cheese challenge.
This is the cheese challenge
All
I
right.
found.
So if you have a baby that's upset and you can't get them to calm down, people are now using sliced cheese to get
That kid ain't bothering nobody.
to get them to get them to calm down.
You just throw
And
cheese at it.
you just put cheese on it.
Oh, it works.
That is
and
funny.
then they just calm down.
Yeah, that is the clip I had yesterday. They were more
I'm
distraught,
gonna try
and when
that
you
on my
threw the
granddaughter.
cheese on them, they would just immediately calm down.
Should we be throwing cheese on our
Well,
kids' face?
in the same little line of thinking here, there's also one that's out there where they're breaking eggs over the babies' heads.
Now that's my favorite.
And that's my favorite
Yeah,
too. Now that's funny. And you get some crazy, you get some of them that are crying. You
Should
get
this
some
be
of them
done?
are like,
Yeah. Oh, Rick,
They
you crack the egg and they
it's
don't know how
they
to
don't
respond.
they don't
You got
know
a
what's
mess.
going on.
Does the
It's
kid have
so-
yolk all
It's
over?
normally over a bowl, but yeah, it
See
kind of
if you
comes
can
down.
see if you can find that ad. I know we're putting you on
Golly.
the spot and throwing 10
now that's
things at
funny.
you. That's
'Cause
hilarious.
it's like one Mississippi, two Mississippi.
There's even one little girl that says something she shouldn't, which makes it even better. And that baby voice.
I have to go back to this again.
Like-
Should we be throwing cheese on babies'
Watch this.
faces and cracking eggs in their head?
Yeah.
Is this a good thing? Is this
they
going to
think
make?
they're gonna be, they're helping mommy or whatever, and
Right.
and then they just catch them off guard by basically cracking the egg over their head,
Yeah,
forehead.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. So who was the first person to do this?
I don't know.
I'm
And
not really
then,
sure.
yeah, oh my goodness.
Look at the rat. Look at
Wow,
the
she really cracked it on her forehead.
Oh yeah, this is the thing going on right now. This is a viral thing that's going
Should
on.
these people be arrested?
No, it's funny.
Right.
It's just
yeah,
an
right.
egg.
I can see you doing that to Baby Ellis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be doing this
All right, I've
weekend.
got
Grant.
the one, Adler. I'm sending it.
This is the.
I'll get all the
please,
grandkids.
please, this was.
That wasn't
hilarious.
very nice.
Do this one again. This is one of my favorite reactions ever. Can you go? Yeah. Watch.
Childish prank on their children.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey! That wasn't very nice.
In most cases, the child claps back with equally viral results. It is gaining traction, much like that other food tossing trend from 2 years ago.
The cheese one.
People were tossing slices of cheese at their child's faces.
There you go.
There it is.
Adler, did you get the one with the babies crying? And it is amazing how it makes them just quit.
Y'all know we're trying to fix the future.
Right.
Yeah.
We're trying to make things better
Right.
going forward. We're trying to have a new generation of people who, have great cognitive skills. They're very well balanced mentally.
Yeah, what happened to raise up a child in the way they should go?
Right.
Watch this now. Now we got it. Here's the one from yesterday.
That's an infant.
I need audio. Here we go. Crying.
Hey guys. That's pretty good.
It's like a cheese hat.
Like, what's going on here?
Well, I mean, think about it. I mean,
That's how you begin as a Green Bay fan.
that's funny.
He stopped.
He just shut down.
Greg, when you get mad, I'm gonna try that now.
Yeah. We'll be back. 866 We Be Big. If you'd like to see something similar to that, we'll do our Biden clips.
Oh no.
When maybe we need to start throwing cheese on his head when he gets locked up. More of the Rick and Bubba show coming up. We got our Biden clips when we come back right after this.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that really actually matter. Like the gap between your bed and wall that's big enough for your phone, but not your hand. Or the gutters growing their own trees. Or the wall outlet your kids keep calling Sparky. Whatever you're worrying about, it won't be your heating or air conditioning. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Give Seth at Marshall's a call today at 812-967-3742, and we'll be glad to take care of you.
Do you ever wonder what it would be like to live without hip or knee pain? Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine's new procedure makes it easier than you think. We're proud to be one of the first in the region to offer Mako robotic arm-assisted joint replacement surgery. This latest advancement transforms the way joint replacements are performed. Mako allows your surgeon to provide you with a personalized surgical experience based on your specific diagnosis and anatomy. This means less soft tissue damage and greater bone preservation, less blood loss, less pain, fewer days in the hospital, and faster recovery. Taking a walk, riding a bike, and playing with your grandchildren.
These are just a few of the simple joys in life. But for those with bone and joint pain, these simple joys are often too painful or unbearable to truly enjoy. With Mako robotic arm-assisted surgery at Schneck, you can get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at schnecortho.com.
Give Du Bois County Tire a call. Big or small, they service all. They have the name brand tires, you know, to keep you cruising on down the road. They got tires for driving me. They even got them for your farm machine. You can call them day or night. Du Bois County Tire does it right. Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Unlock a season of savings and fall road trips with Michelin tires. Between October 11th and October 27th, get $70 via reward card or virtual prepaid card after online submission with purchase of 4 new Michelin passenger or light truck tires. Available at Washington County Tire Shop in Salem, Davies County Tire and Supply in Washington, Knox County Tire and Supply in Vincennes, and Du Bois County Tire and Supply in Jasper.
Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
It's time to put on the old gold and black. Hail Purdue. And jump on the Boilermaker special.
Touchdown, Boilermakers! A 39-yard flea flicker.
The Golden Gophers of Minnesota are in town to face the Boilermakers on Saturday.
25, 20, 15, 10, needs a block, 5, touchdown! Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Our coverage begins at 2:30 on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Becky White from WSLM, and I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Are you ready for some football and fantastic deals on wheels? John Jones Auto Group is here to kickstart your season with unbeatable savings at all 4 of our locations. That's right, we're conveniently located in Salem, Corden, Greenville, and Scottsburg. Score big this football season and drive away a winner with John Jones Auto Group. Our dedicated team is committed to helping you find the perfect vehicle that suits both your style and your budget. Whether you're looking for a tough and versatile truck to tackle any challenge, or sleek and fuel-efficient sedan to zip through traffic like a star player, we've got you covered. Plus, don't overlook our certified pre-owned vehicles that offer affordable reliability. Get ready to do a happy touchdown dance because we're offering incredible finance options. Our finance team will work their magic to secure the best rates and terms tailored to your needs. Touchdown! And there's more. John Jones Auto Group is offering game-changing incentives, lease specials, and low APRs. Make this the perfect time to drive home a deal you won't find anywhere else. Don't fumble this opportunity. Visit John Jones Auto Group today at any of our 4 locations. Or you can check us out online at johnjonesautogroup.com. And remember, you see so many because they paid so little.
Factor is it's 100% drug-free. It's a supplement that's made up of ingredients that simply help your own body deal with its natural inflammatory response. For a lot of us, that's very important. Getting older, working outside in the warm weather, even exercising can cause frustrating aches and pains, or maybe it's the occasional back, shoulder, or hip pain that's bothering you. Relief Factor has helped us and so many of our friends. So when you think of it this way, is $1 a day too much to see if you can get out of some of that frustrating pain? To order this 3-week quick start pack for $19.95 plus shipping and handling, just go to relieffactor.com. That's relieffactor.com. Let's see if we can get you out of some of that pain. Also, you can go to rickandbubba.com. Look under the sponsors button for a link.
35 minutes past the hour. The Rick and Bubba Show. 866-WE-BE-BIG is the number. SimplySafeBubba.com. What if I told you that right now you had an opportunity to save, and I mean save big, 50% on what is being deemed the best home security or property security system in America. Simply Safe Bubba right now, a great opportunity for you to get one of these security systems. All you have to do is say, I'm in on the fast protection. They've got this right now. The Fast Protect plan is really good because it enables working with that the new smart camera that they have. Those that are monitoring your property from the Simply Safe team, the Smart Alarm wireless indoor camera, along with
the Fast Protect plan enables them to actually see problems as they are happening in real time, including they can start barking at an intruder, say, "Hey, I see you.
Gotcha.
Put it down." And do not leave with that flat screen. And then they say, "Law enforcement's on the way. We done told your mama." You remember that person, don't you?
Yeah.
I've told your mama. So simplysafebubba.com. Go there now. 60 days. You can try it risk-free. And you can also go to our sponsors button at rickandbubba.com and take advantage of this outstanding offer right now. There's no safe like simplysafebubba.com safe. All right. So we just watch some of these videos that are out there, and you're probably not gonna catch that this is a transition to the president now of the United States of America, but you're gonna have him once again saying things that just are not true. I don't know why he keeps doing this, and then he does kind of, I have to give him credit in 2B, Bubba. He's becoming a little more like us when we'll just call, we can't say something.
Right.
We'll just call it. Well, let's start first.
And it's a long and distinguished list.
Let's talk now about his claim he makes about median household wealth. Unfortunately, it isn't true. Here we go.
Median household wealth has grown by 37% in real terms since before the pandemic.
I'm playing some games here. He does give you something to pay attention to, real terms. Now, we'd have to know what real terms he means.
Did somebody laugh when he said that?
Probably. Middle-class households have lost an average of more than $33,000 in real wealth over the past year.
Yeah, due to inflation.
Yeah, so, and I see this, that actually isn't correct. He says real terms, and we can say 33,000 real dollars in real wealth. So
I don't know where he's getting his numbers at.
Well, Bubba,
nobody else is reporting that.
What is it?
I mean, even CNN's not reporting those numbers.
Bubba, now he's going to call it. He's just going to say straight up, my brain is malfunctioning in real time, and let's watch him go. Here we go.
Leading tech companies
that's tough.
like Anthropic, and I'm going to mispronounce.
You already have.
I'm not going to try. It's better not to try and not mispronounce than try and mispronounce.
You know what I say to that one? I hear you, brother.
Yeah, we have a different theory. We just go ahead and run.
We tried anyway. Speedy, you need to be hugged yet? You good?
I was tough right there.
All right, so I don't even know what to say about the next one. Should we just play it? I did. How do I set this up? How do I even set this next one up?
Oof.
All right, so here we go. Just.
By the way, I guess I shouldn't identify where it occurred, but John, I know 2 people near where I live. Their kids literally, as I said, strangers, they woke up dead. Someone had inserted in, whether the young man did or not, inserted in a drug he was taking, fentanyl.
All right, I think he's trying to say what our podcast is about this weekend, that things can be laced with fentanyl. Yeah. And I think that's what he was trying to get to, an example of that. He couldn't quite get it. And it just kind of turned into a rambling mess.
So there's another word that has various ways people say it: fentanyl or fentanyl.
Fentanyl. You'll hear in the broadcast, the podcast this weekend, us saying it one way and our guest who works with it every day saying it a different way.
Right.
And I don't know. I tried to adjust during the podcast because I thought he probably knew it better than we did.
How was he saying it?
But fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of fentanyl.
Right. Yeah. Of course, that may be the way we say it in Calhoun County.
Right.
Yeah. Fentanyl.
I'd
like to talk to y'all about fentanyl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a problem that is not small.
Did he say they woke up dead?
He did.
How does that?
I couldn't follow it. Honestly, I tuned out as a way of self-defense.
Well, this is the thing we've talked about a lot, and I've been there, okay, but for different reasons. What we're seeing now is the president only has so much energy, okay, and they try to keep him going throughout the day. But I have sometimes been trying to say something, I realize this is going nowhere, and the sad part is when the person who's the orator, they also give up on their attempt to say it. You know, if we as the people listening give up, that's one thing. But when they give up, but then words just keep going, it's like he gets about a quarter of the way in and says, "I just wish I'd have never started this," and then he doesn't know how to get it over.
Yeah.
You hear it again. I mean, he doesn't. You can tell he gives up on it about a quarter of the way in. Okay, and then he can't.
He doesn't know how to end it.
The fentanyl ones.
Yeah, it is. That one we just played. I think that's.
By the way, I won't. I guess I shouldn't identify where it occurred. But John, I know two people near where I live. Their kids, literally, as I said, strange. They woke up dead. Someone had inserted in, whether the young man did or not, inserted in a drug he was taking, fentanyl.
I can stay with it. My mind won't.
Honestly, I think that is what he's trying to say. He realized the way I set my words up right now, it's not going to work. Now
got him at the Apex Summit.
Sorry about this, Bubs and Speedy. I'm afraid he's going to be very confused standing. Now I want you to imagine right now, you landed on this planet, and somebody said, "I'm about to show you a lineup of the world leaders."
Now, is this where he just kind of out of the blue tries to shake the hand of the Indonesian president next to him?
I think this is before that.
Before that. He just kind of stands confused.
He doesn't know what to do. It's like, I get right there on
You're
that
from
line.
another planet, and I'm showing you the world leaders. Which one are you? Is that one right there? Is he impressing you? As we're getting ready for the picture of the world leaders.
Look at the camera.
What are you doing? Why are you looking at them, Mr.
Look
President?
at the wrong person.
You know what this is like?
Wow.
You know what that looks like? Somebody wandered into a picture they're not supposed to be.
President of the United States.
That's you.
Oh, y'all don't look away.
Oh, then he jogs.
Sorry to keep you waiting. It's my fault.
Yeah. Can you imagine looking at that?
I
mean, somebody said, "What?" You say, "What is this up there?" And you go, "That's the world leaders." Well, who's the old man wandering around? No, that's one of them.
Brother Granddad.
Yeah. Who's he run? The United States of America. You may have heard
Still
of.
will get 45% to 48% of the vote.
Oh yeah,
hands down.
And then if a water pipe breaks, he'll get like 52%.
The President of the United States.
Did you see the announcer had to come out? Somebody said, "Get Biden over to the podium." The guy said, "You want me just to announce it?" The President of the United States, you need to go to the podium. You're giving us all an awkward moment. The picture's been over for minutes now.
Why was he looking in the ear of the guy beside him?
Yeah, he looked ear right and then ear left.
Yeah, and then
Bubba,
hung in there.
Back to a classic that you mentioned just here recently. I thought he was about to pull a quarter out of that world leader's ear. I didn't know where.
You know that great trick.
Yes.
Now this on 2E. All right, so we showed this yesterday, but I want you to focus on Secretary of State Blinken, because his face whenever Trump calls Xi a dictator again, it's
Trump
almost
or
like,
Biden?
I'm sorry, Blinken, his face when Biden calls Xi a dictator, he's like, oh,
he kind of starts shaking his
yeah,
head
like,
to start with,
come
like he's trying to
on.
wave him
Yeah.
off.
Mr. President, after today, would you still refer to President Xi as a dictator? This is a term that you used earlier this year.
Look, he is. I mean, he's a good
He looks like somebody kicked him right in the guts.
Yeah, because they've probably been in negotiations, behind closed doors and try to work stuff out.
And the Chinese said, "Quit calling him a dictator." And he says, "Okay, I'll get that."
All
He
right,
goes right
show
up
it
there.
again, and I'm gonna be in his mind and what he's thinking. Just show it again.
Today, would you still refer to President Xi as a
Don't do it.
dictator?
Don't do it.
Term,
Don't do it.
that you used earlier this year.
Don't do it. You can't even have a peace talk.
That's my look when Greg says he won't go on air and talk about something, and then he starts talking about
I know.
it.
Yeah. Phone calls. America, it's your turn. 866 We Be Big is our number. Calvin Speedy Wilburn, he goes to a safe place with the phones and chats with you, and we'll talk with you when the show comes back.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Some days, my active psoriatic arthritis makes it hard to get in the game. Now, the ball is in my court, thanks to treating my skin and joints with Sky Rizzi, Risankizumab Rizin, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults.
Nothing is everything.
Sky Rizzi helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Sky Rizzi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Sky Rizzi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
The workday begins the moment you put on your boots. At Boot Barn Work, we know you need work gear that holds strong until you kick them off at the end of the day. No matter the job, Ariat Work Gear performs week after week, year after year, with fit, mobility, and safety features built for the jobs that keep our nation moving. Ariat provides non-stop performance day in and day out. Ariat at Boot Barn Work.
Hi, I can help whoever's next.
Cooper's overnight shipping company has to deliver the goods.
Ship these gifts to your grandkids.
They need a logistics manager to keep the wheels turning.
126 packages going to Toronto, Tuscaloosa, Montreal, and Minneapolis. Oh boy.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FUN for an extra 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FUN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FUN for 25 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill-up.
When I first joined the board at Papa John's, I brought some big ideas. We're gonna need more pepperoni. But my biggest idea, the Shakaroni pizza. Bigger, 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 bigger. More is better. It's extra large, extra cheese, and covered in more than 60 pepperonis. When I say a handful of pepperoni, I mean my handful. What makes Shakaroni huge is that Papa John's donates $1 from every pizza to the Papa John's Foundation. 1, 2, 3, Shakaroni! Pizza gets bigger when you Shakaroni. Only at Papa John's.
The new Shakaroni is available at your Salem Papa John's for a limited time, starting at only $13.99. Call today at 812-883-3369 or order on your Papa John's app. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
If you're wanting to wet your whistle, watch the game, or just sit around enjoying a drink with your friends, then stop into Bill's American Pub located next to Mama Rosa's in Salem. Bill's is open from 4 p.m. to midnight Tuesday through Thursday, and 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, and 12:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Sunday. Enjoy a variety of beer, wine, and mixed drinks at Bill's, and even order off the Mama Rosa's menu and enjoy it there in the bar. Catch local live music and karaoke on Saturday nights. Check their Facebook page for schedule and times. Enjoy good food, good times, and good drinks at Bill's American Pub in Salem. Must be 21 to enter. Let branch manager Autumn Scott Hall and her staff at Salem's Leader One Financial Office on the public square help you live your best dream with just the right financing. Autumn and Camissa are licensed for all FHA, VA, USDA, conventional, and jumbo mortgage programs. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned real estate investor, or simply looking for refinancing options, Autumn's team will help you and ensure you receive the right mortgage for your unique financial situation at a competitive and fair price. They'll communicate with you all the information you need to know when you need to know it, while offering the best mortgage loans for your financing needs. Call today to get started, 812-883-0670, or stop in and see Autumn or Camissa today at 18 Public Square, Suite A in Salem. We're ready to open the door to home ownership for you.
This is Becky White from WSLM, and I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Are you ready for some football and fantastic deals on wheels? John Jones Auto Group is here to kickstart your season with unbeatable savings at all 4 of our locations. That's right, we're conveniently located in Salem, Corden, Greenville, and Scottsburg. Score big this football season and drive away a winner with John Jones Auto Group. Our dedicated team is committed to helping you find the perfect vehicle that suits both your style and your budget. Whether you're looking for a tough and versatile truck to tackle any challenge, or sleek and fuel-efficient sedan to zip through traffic like a star player, we've got you covered. Plus, don't overlook our certified pre-owned vehicles that offer affordable reliability. Get ready to do a happy touchdown dance because we're offering incredible finance options. Our finance team will work their magic to secure the best rates and terms tailored to your needs. Touchdown! And there's more. John Jones Auto Group is offering game-changing incentives, lease specials, and low APRs. Make this the perfect time to drive home a deal you won't find anywhere else. Don't fumble this opportunity. Visit John Jones Auto Group today at any of our 4 locations. Or you can check us out online at johnjonesautogroup.com. And remember, you see so many because they paid so little.
The Lutheran Mission Federation and St. Peter's Lutheran Church of Brownstown, Indiana, invite you to pray the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Caring people make the difference. You can feel it the minute you walk into Meadowview Health and Rehabilitation. Experts in long-term care. Not just doing a job, but following a calling. They're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, they become an extension of your family. For more information about Meadowview, visit ascseniorcare.com or call 812-883-4681. That's 812-883-4681.
No, I thought, but because of the diabetes thing, Bubba was going to use his timeout.
You know,
And
one of the
I got to stop
Mama said.
overthinking the timeouts. Hey, Helms, if you want to hear more,
Right.
just give her a timeout. Don't wait on
What
it.
do we scream at coaches? You can't take them with you.
I know.
You know, I got caught up into listening to what she was saying and not realizing she was running out of time.
Right. Bubba. Let's go to Yak.
I zoom in.
Yak.
Sorry, Joyce.
30 seconds.
Yes.
Go ahead,
Hey.
Yak.
How y'all doing?
I'm good.
Hey, I'm a truck driver, and before you get diabetes, you get checked every 4 years. But once I got diabetes, you get checked every year. When I was living in Ohio, I had a doctor that would never say the word diabetes, and he would always say you borderline. So I always was thinking he was saying borderline fat, right? I went all these years not knowing that I could have reversed my diabetes at that time, but he would never say the word diabetes or diabetic.
Oh, really? So are you type 2?
Yes, I am. I'm type 2. I could have reversed it back then right away. And every time I had my physical, right, he said you're borderline diabetic. He said you're borderline, but he would never say the word.
He never said. I would have left there going, am I borderline cancerous? What about borderline what?
You be just glad to pass the physical and get to work 4 more years.
Let me tell you, every man out there, if our doctor says borderline to us, we don't hear the rest of what he's saying anyway. I mean, we walk
borderline
out.
means we're okay.
Yeah, I must be good.
I'm good.
Thanks, Yak. 1 timeout gone. Only 1 remains. New York City. I'll be there December 1st, Lord willing. Richard, go ahead. How are you?
Hey, Rick. I just wanted to say I've never seen Beth Bowens. I have no idea what she looks like. But just from Speedy's interview there and the liner she gave, I think you got to put a little bit more hot sexy in your impression.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe have a couple.
I don't know. If I do
maybe have
anymore.
a couple Marlboro Reds on Friday morning before you get there.
Are you talking about add a little rasp to it? Just a little more raspy?
Yeah, just a little more hot sexy than I think.
You talking about come right in here just a little bit? No. Let's go to Marcus out of Florida. Marcus, go ahead.
And good morning, gentlemen. I'm a truck driver out here protecting the free world. I got a question, a medical question that I thought maybe the legendary Rick Burgess could put a name to. How come every time I listen to the Biden president, I want to stick a fork in my eyeballs and start jabbing it?
Yeah, I think
I know the feeling.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
just normal. Whatever it is,
I kind of wanted to do it there.
I was about to say, whatever it is, I think we have it as well. 866 We Be Big is our number. We go to Tennessee, where Mark is standing by. Mark, welcome to the Rick and Bubba Show. How are you?
Hey guys, doing great. How y'all doing?
Great, good, Mark. Hope you're doing okay.
Yeah, fantastic. Hey, I just wanted to see if you guys could throw out an anniversary shout out to my.
Oh, it's a shout out. That is a shout out.
That is no good.
Well, I mean, they're not allowed in trolls.
No, they're not.
I mean, that's
boy, that buzzer was
brutal. Oh, it's awful. I mean, but I mean,
is.
buzzers
Some of them
are
get it
blessed.
in, but
Buzzers can be
you
brutal.
announcing it ahead of time probably was not the
Well,
way to go.
and the word shout out was used. I mean, the
It was.
literal phrase shout out.
Yeah.
Greg, this might be a good time for the emailer you've got that doesn't know what bib means.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
By the way, we're still getting a lot of those. Does no one know what that means?
I thought we've explained it enough. I can't say it again.
I will say.
Next one, you know what Green Acres is?
Yeah. Well, let me say this to you. I heard Speedy when we were trying to promote the Kilmeade's coming down into a lot of the areas where the show's really. I thought he should have given more explanation to Kilmeade about the term "stay in it."
Yeah.
All he did was say people may come up to you screaming "stay in it." That's one of the things that we say on the show, but he never explained
Yeah,
what
he
it
kind
meant.
of blew through that.
And I thought to myself, what was Kilmeade's mind like when he hung up?
Well, I
after-
texted Brian right after that and said, "Stay in it," and he said, "Stay in what?"
Right. You see
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
That's exactly what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
Matt should have just left that alone.
Yeah, that means that you're going wide open. You've got the accelerator down. I mean, you're staying in it. You're not just half committed. You're totally committed, and you're going all in. Kevin in Alabama. Kevin, 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Hey, Kevin. This is Kevin calling, and really appreciate your guys' show. I wanted to comment on the dilemma for the 2 garbage cans,
Yes.
and I'm trying to figure out how come you're not taking the garbage out all the time. How'd you get your wife to take out any garbage?
Oh, no. You must have misunderstood. No,
Not
that's not.
listening. Not listening.
No. We are the ones taking it out. We're wondering why I'm talking about just the bag going into
No,
the
he's
big
talking
can.
about why you getting her to take it from the house to the can.
Well, it doesn't happen a lot, but that usually, that happens when I'm not there. Now, if I'm there, then no, I'm the only one that takes the bags out to the garbage
told.
can.
Yeah, I'll get an announcement.
Yeah,
Hey, that
me too.
trash can's full.
Right.
Yeah,
Now,
got that last
but
night.
my wife
Is it?
Yeah, my wife when the garbage pail fills up, there's various versions if I'm not there. There's the bags in the garage, which I heard y'all mention that. There's just a few more feet they would actually be in the can. There's the famous. It's just kind of down the hall toward the garage.
Yeah.
Where the laundry room is.
Yeah.
So there's various versions, but sometimes I think so much trash accumulates that she says, "Well, I'll take them out to the can." But she has declared, and really couldn't care less what I think about it. She's going to use the nearest can, whether the other one, is filling up. She just puts them in any can she wants, and she really couldn't care less what I think about filling up one, then filling up the second.
Yeah.
So
you don't have to take
that
it off.
conversation. If I could have had it back, I'd have taken it back because it went nowhere.
Waste of air.
I don't even know why I talked about it. It was almost like she was like, "Well, okay, I guess you're done with that. All right. Well, thank you for sharing." And I will still do the same thing with the trash bags that I do all the time anyway. Which, as a lot of you noted yesterday, it really was a trash version of Cram It Clown.
Yeah.
You know,
it was. Yeah.
Top of the hour. If you're leaving us, don't forget there's archives. So any part of the Rick and Bubba show you may have missed today, you can always grab on our YouTube channel or our podcast channel. If you're staying with us on the live show or on your content today, let's go.
Rick and Bubba. Kentuckiana's home for the best rock classics 24/7, 365, 97.9 WSLM.
NBC News Radio, I'm Scott Carr. President Joe Biden will meet today with Mexican President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador. The White House says the two leaders will meet on the sidelines of the APEC Forum in San Francisco. They're expected to talk about the migrant crisis at the U.S.-Mexico border and what the White House calls a hemispheric-wide response to it. Israel and Hamas appear to be negotiating a deal to free dozens of hostages held by Palestinian militants. The deal would reportedly free 50 women and children in return for Palestinian prisoners being held in Israeli jails. Reports have not been confirmed, but they say the exchange would coincide with a 3-day-long ceasefire. TikTok now says it will ban videos that promote Osama bin Laden's so-called letter to America, which was released after the attacks of 9/11. Mark Mayfield tells us the China-owned social platform has taken heat for allowing it to be posted at all.
It all began when 25-year-old influencer Lynette Adkins, who makes $200,000 a year for fashion and makeup tips, reposted bin Laden's letter. She asked her hundreds of thousands of followers to go read it, adding she'll never look at this country the same. The Letter to America hashtag had almost 14 million views as of Thursday afternoon.
Some top Democrats in Washington are speaking out about the ceasefire protests that erupted into violence outside DNC headquarters in Washington this week. House Democratic leaders in a statement say they support the right to protest, but that some of them went beyond a peaceful demonstration. Colombian pop star Karol G is the big winner at this year's Latin Grammys. The 24th annual Latin Grammy Awards were handed out last night in Seville, Spain, and Karol G was given Album of the Year for her album Mañana Será Bonito, the first all-Spanish album by a woman to reach #1 on the Billboard album chart. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
When I first joined the board at Papa John's, I brought some big ideas. We're gonna need more pepperoni. But my biggest idea, the Shakaroni pizza. Bigger, 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 bigger. More. It's better. It's extra large with extra cheese and covered in more than 60 pepperonis. When I say a handful of pepperoni, I mean my handful. What makes Shakaroni huge is that Papa John's donates $1 from every pizza to the Papa John's Foundation. 1, 2, 3, Shakaroni! Pizza gets bigger when you Shakaroni. Only at Papa John's.
The new Shakaroni is available at your Salem Papa John's for a limited time, starting at only $13.99. Call today at 812-883-3369 or order on your Papa John's app. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. We're here at McDonald's Gymnasium for tonight's game. It's time to introduce the starting lineup, and the crowd is on their feet and they're going wild. And here comes the new players. We've got the quarter pounders coming in tonight, alongside the chicken classic sandwiches. Playing forward tonight, we have McDouble and McChicken coming in. And starting in the center court tonight will be Big Mac. Look on the sideline, folks. We have Chicken McNuggets cheering tonight alongside those golden delicious fries. Hot and always ready. You'll score points every time you bring the family into Salem McDonald's, right here on Main Street, before or after the game. Don't forget to top off your favorite meal with a cold soft drink, that famous Mickey D sweet tea, or something from their full line of smoothies and McCafe coffee drinks. Order inside or get that one-of-a-kind taste 24 hours at the drive-thru. McDonald's, I'm loving it. This is Becky White from WSLM, and I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Are you ready for some football and fantastic deals on wheels? John Jones Auto Group is here to kickstart your season with unbeatable savings at all 4 of our locations. That's right, we're conveniently located in Salem, Corden, Greenville, and Scottsburg. Score big this football season and drive away a winner with John Jones Auto Group. Our dedicated team is committed to helping you find the perfect vehicle that suits both your style and your budget. Whether you're looking for a tough and versatile truck to tackle any challenge, or sleek and fuel-efficient sedan to zip through traffic like a star player, we've got you covered. Plus, don't overlook our certified pre-owned vehicles that offer affordable reliability. Get ready to do a happy touchdown dance because we're offering incredible finance options. Our finance team will work their magic to secure the best rates and terms tailored to your needs. Touchdown! And there's more. John Jones Auto Group is offering game-changing incentives, lease specials, and low APRs. Make this the perfect time to drive home a deal you won't find anywhere else. Don't fumble this opportunity. Visit John Jones Auto Group today at any of our 4 locations. Or you can check us out online at johnjonesautogroup.com. And remember, you see so many because they paid so little.
Caring people make the difference. You can feel it the minute you walk into Meadowview Health and Rehabilitation. Experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. They're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, they become an extension of your family. For more information about Meadowview, visit ascseniorcare.com or call 812-883-4681. That's 812-883-4681.
He's going to go to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
From South Bend to Evansville and from Vincennes to Richmond, all over Hoosier Country. Catch Indiana University football all season long. Big Ten play continues as IU visits the Fighting Illini this weekend.
Oh, he got blasted!
Our coverage begins at 11 a.m. on the Neal Tire and Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield.
From the WSLM Weatherbird Weather Center, you're never more than 20 minutes away from the latest weather. For this afternoon, there's a 100% chance of showers, then it's gradually clearing. High 64, low 30. Saturday is sunny, then clear, high 53, low 29. I'm Daniel Clark, and this forecast was brought to you by Salem Hardwood Lumber.
And a touch of goofiness. The Rick and Bubba Show.
6 minutes past.
Is a lady comes from all around. Many places, but she.
All right, as we come back, the gang all here. Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, Helmsy, Eddie Van Adler, our golden ticket seat guest today. Welcome back, Bill Bubba Buster.
Rick, glad to be here and thank all of you for joining us. All we ask is for 5 hours each and every day.
They come from all over in the golden ticket seats, and there's a lot going on there, and no one is ever asked to bring food. You don't have to do that, but sometimes people choose to of their own free will. And, you know, there's certain things that hit everybody individually in a really hard way. Today, two problematic snacks in there for me. In my ongoing journey to do a little bit better. I absolutely love Chex Mix.
Yeah.
Somebody's brought in homemade Chex Mix. It owns me. Chex Mix can do with me what it wants. I have no defense against it. And just when I thought that would be my only journey today, English toffee, a family recipe, has been brought as well.
And I missed that one.
Another deadly enemy that I fight against. I love English toffee.
Oh, I'm all
good night.
And
then you turn. Then there's a bunch of brownies in there.
Chocolate pies.
Chocolate pies in there. I don't know what you people are doing to us.
Are those? What about those little pecan bites thing?
Oh, pecan little, yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
The little bitty tiny pecan.
See, are they deadly too?
Yeah, they're deadly.
Come to people. Yeah. I know y'all doing it because you love us, but the very thing that makes us feel alive is slowly killing us.
I stood over Rick. I stood over him and I said, "I know you're not gluten free. I know you're not.
I know you're not.
You're acting like you are.
Don't even pretend like you are.
Pretend as you are. I'm just gonna suffer for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
That's what I did. Had two of them already.
I stood over him and said, "Diabetes."
That's funny. Adler, I know that today's your day, even though you act like it's not.
Today's my day?
You'll watch The Golden Bachelor today. Don't act like you won't.
Tonight.
Yeah.
It was last night.
Well, no. He watches it. He's a day later guy.
Just because of the show, you guys make me.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
He won't admit it, but he does, and it's appointment TV for he and his wife. Bubba and I must warn you ahead of time.
It's fantasy sweet night.
Oh,
so now you don't just have old people courting each other. You got old people closing the deal.
Oh no! Oh, wait a minute. Are you Let's serious? Don't say closing. Don't say that.
Wow. I was.
Did you watch it?
Well, my wife was at a women's thing last night at our church, and I was kind of piddling around, watching different things.
Rick,
and
it's the reason by yourself talking.
No, it's the reason why I text you.
I know.
And I text you because of what happened.
Okay.
So I
was
trying to find something to watch, and you'll be very happy with this. Thus the shirt today. Really got caught up on the Outdoor Channel. Watch a lot of deer hunting things. But you got to understand, guys. Sherry left at like 4:30, and so it was dark at 4:50. So I mean, I'm into TV at like 5. So it's like, and so because I didn't have a whole lot I had to do last night, and I was just kind of chilling, and so
I stayed with the white-tailed deer. Then that got a little repetitive for me. And then I bounced around a little bit, and I tried to think of the thing that the Western that Helmsy told me.
Bass Reeves.
So I clicked over from it was just a click, and apparently the previous I must have watched something on ABC that happened in the last few days or something, because it went to ABC, and it was horrifying. The moment it landed on, absolutely terrifying. And I was screaming. That's when I started texting you, Hams. What's that Western?
Okay. Makes sense.
They were, this thing already has got enough discomfort. But when they start going down this road of the overnight suite, it is not pretty, my friend.
Yeah.
And there was a phrase that was.
Bubba
heard one I didn't hear. Bubba had heard a phrase I did not hear. But there was one I heard that.
You said you can't say it.
No. Let me tell you this. I can't. When I tell you around it, you'll know what it was. Okay. But I'm not going to say it.
Greg, don't say it.
Sherry came home. Now keep in mind. Listen. When Sherry came home, Helms, I was already about to end the first episode of the Western. Okay. So that's how
Pretty
long.
Good. How you like old Bass?
I love that.
That's good.
Already, keep in mind, how long it had been since I had been traumatized by the statement.
Yeah, that's a while.
I'm about an hour and a half from it.
I know the statement you're talking about.
I'm about an hour and a half from it. I go to bed. I said, Sherry, look, I'm going to wrap up. I need to go to bed. It's bedtime. She's in there with her lamp on in the bed, changed her clothes and everything. And I come in. She literally says, are you okay? Is something wrong? I said, I heard something I shouldn't have heard. And she said, well, do you want to talk about it? And I said, I don't want to talk about it. And she says, well, what does it involve? I said, the Golden Bachelor.
You can get lost in those baby blue eyes.
And she said, did you watch this? She goes, did you watch that without me even being here? I said, I didn't watch it. I said, I was on.
You couldn't.
I was
it put you in a trance.
And I just scanned. And she goes, well, why?
Weird,
she goes, why are you upset with yourself because you can't believe you watched? I said, no, I didn't watch more than about 20 seconds.
That's all it took.
And she said, well, I said, I heard something that I wish I had not heard.
Oh no.
And she said, do you want to share it? And I said, I don't. And she goes, can you just give me in general what happened? I said, well, it's overnight dates.
Fantasy suites.
And she goes, oh, did you see something? I said, I just heard something. What? I wish I hadn't heard. And she goes, Rick, you probably it's best to share it. And I said, it involves the thermostat and the temperature.
Yes, it does.
And she said, what do you say? What are you saying, Rick? I said,
it was on 70.
The fantasy suite, the fantasy suite was on 80.
But
was on 80. And he says, it's hot in here. Do you have a temperature you want me to put it on? What do you think about 70? And then she came up with another number that is close to 70 and started laughing.
Real close.
And I heard that with my ears.
Greg, we got it.
Okay. Did you not hear that?
We all know, Greg.
We're not tired. And then when I heard it, uncontrollably, old people begin to make the number. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I can't. I'll never sleep again.
You just say?
I'll never sleep again.
This is on cable TV.
I'll never sleep again.
Well, you missed another part.
No, Bubba told me about it.
Greg,
don't say it.
No, I was not.
Do you and Greg have the same phrase?
About Bass Reeves. I was not watching it, but I came back and through the den.
She asked him about a time frame.
Here we go.
No, I don't know anything about this. All I heard was what I just said.
I'll stay out of it.
I will say this.
And I know what Bubba just told me. I didn't hear that either.
This was kind of around the same.
He has worked himself into a problem. Okay.
Well, yeah, I don't think he can physically do those things.
No.
Well, no.
The fantasy was over about 6.
Somebody go get me a pecan bite. They're
not gluten free, by the way.
I know he's basically told both of these women that he's in love with.
Well,
that's standard.
Both of them think that he means I'm the one.
He even told one of them, well, you're the one. And I'm going,
and then went on the second day, which he thought was not going to be as good.
Can I ask?
But he ended up liking her.
But I fell asleep for that. But I got to give you this. No spoilers. I don't know how they expect him to do 2 days in a row like that.
I know.
Well, it is a 2 days in a row. That's
no way. Did he try to?
They need to be a week apart.
They portrayed it like it was.
Did they portray that he went 2 days in a row?
It should have been.
Did they portray that he was 2 days in a row?
Yes.
Like both of them got the same attention.
Yes.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Same temperature, same everything.
He was talking about the last couple of days. I've had 2 wonderful days.
I don't know where to look.
I didn't see how the second one ended. I fell asleep.
Because when I look up, the golden ticket seats are staring right at
me.
me.
A lot like the first.
This should not have happened.
Like I'm not here.
This should have never happened. This is not the way. This is not the way to treat our senior citizens.
No. There's so much.
He's having a ball, Rick. What are you doing?
So he told that second one, you're the one too.
Yeah.
He thought that the first one was the one, and he was just going to kind of go through the second date. But after the second date, he's like, I'm in love with you.
Well, at his age, he only remembers the most current thing.
Right.
You know?
Y'all, there's just too much old people kissing on this show.
That ain't nothing.
It's like, why are y'all watching
That's wrapped up like a couple of snakes.
It's like watching curtains fight with each other. It's horrific.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
All right, folks, you've heard us talking about what Relief Factor can do for your pain for several years now. If you struggle with occasional aches and pains due to aging, exercise, everyday living, consider this. Relief Factor is 100% drug-free. It's made up of ingredients that simply help your own body deal with its natural inflammatory response. And we kid you not, Relief Factor is for real. And the majority of people who order the 3-week quick start for just $19.95 go on to order more. Try it at relieffactor.com or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. Our friends at TheraBreath have some good news if you have bad breath. Try TheraBreath Fresh Breath Oral Rinse. TheraBreath is dentist formulated by Dr. Katz himself. TheraBreath doesn't mask bad breath like those burning alcohol mouthwashes that can actually irritate sensitive mouths. It's alcohol-free and free of gluten with no added dyes or colors. Find TheraBreath in all your favorite retail and drug stores. Look for the bright orange cap or online at TheraBreath.com. You can find a direct link at rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. TheraBreath, confidence in every capful.
I was afraid to cut the cord, but once I did, I couldn't believe it took so long to do it. Paying too much for my cable bill had become a bad habit. I either wasn't getting what I wanted or never knew where to find any of my favorite shows until it was too late. Plus, the prices just kept going up. Thankfully, I discovered a new way to watch called Philo. For just $25 a month, I can catch all my favorite shows on networks like BET, MTV, and TLC. It even has Nickelodeon for my kids. I can watch anytime I want, anywhere I want. Plus, Philo lets me have up to 3 streams at once, so everyone can watch what they want at the same time. Throw in the unlimited DVR that saves all my favorites for up to a year, and this really is the best deal in TV. I just wish I hadn't waited so long. Sound too good to be true? Well, try it out for yourself, and you'll see why people who love TV love Philo. Go to philo.tv, that's philo.tv, and start your 7-day free trial now.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart, it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. J.D. Power now ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. During our Black Friday sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Team, it's snowing again tomorrow. They're predicting 2 to 3 feet.
'Tis the overtime season for Frank Snowplows.
Kelly, can you take another shift?
Let it snow. Quality driver applicants.
Hey guys, know anybody else with a D license?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This is an important notice to consumers facing $10,000 or more in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt. You may not be required to pay it all back because there are special programs now in effect that will significantly reduce the amount you will owe if you qualify. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. These programs, which the credit card companies like to keep secret, exist to aid American consumers struggling with overwhelming credit card debt by offering tremendous savings and real debt relief. Accredited Debt Relief has established a special hotline for you to call and learn what savings you qualify for. They've helped qualify consumers with over $1 billion in debt and are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. So don't wait. Get the relief you need during these hard economic times. For this free information, call the Accredited Debt Relief Hotline now. Call 800-218-5757. 800-218-5757. That's 800-218-5757.
At Boot Barn, we believe craftsmanship separates the real cowboy boots from all the others. The boot artisans at Dan Post handcraft their boots with the highest standards, using the best materials and a mastery of the craft. Since 1965, Dan Post has stood as a beacon of quality that supports a proud Western heritage. With every step, their boots echo the tenacity of the West. Find them at Boot Barn.
Our friends at TheraBreath have some good news if you have bad breath. Try TheraBreath Fresh Breath Oral Rinse. TheraBreath is dentist formulated by Dr. Katz himself. TheraBreath doesn't mask bad breath like those burning alcohol mouthwashes that can actually irritate sensitive mouths. It's alcohol-free and free of gluten with no added dyes or colors. Find TheraBreath in all your favorite retail and drug stores. Look for the bright orange cap or online at TheraBreath.com. You can find a direct link at rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. TheraBreath, confidence in every capful.
Rick and Bubba's in Ohio.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Pass the gravy, please.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Ooh, it brings me to my knees.
21 minutes past the hour of the Rick and Bubba Show. 866 We Be Big is the number. We thank you for being with us today as another Rick and Bubba Show is rolling right along. The wonderful Wheel of Meat.
If I don't win today, then tomorrow.
Everybody, let's go.
Wheel of Meat's got me yearning.
Here we go.
Whoa, come on, give it a try.
It is the wonderful Wheel of Canned Meat, which means canned meat is on the wheel. Delicious spam, or maybe you get mystery canned meat. Bubba reaches into the drawer of canned meat and just pulls one out. But anyway, up for grabs also Moultrie Mobile. The Edge cellular camera is there. All kinds of Rick and Bubba goodies. Have you shopped the Rick and Bubba store lately? By the way, coming soon, 30th anniversary swag. Right now, though, you can go there. Some great items, and we'll give some of those away today if the wheel is so kind. We also have things on the wheel, though, Bubba, that no one wins, and that is Can't Have Nothing. Pip-It and Henry the Horse is a win for the audience, but not for the caller. Yeah. So out of the golden ticket seats today, up first, Vic Mason. Vic will spin the wonderful Wheel of Meat. Vic, you'll be spinning on behalf of John out of Albany, Georgia, America's favorite house band, Rock and Roll City. They are ready to go. John, welcome to the Rick and Bubba Show. What do you say to Vic to get him to spin that wheel for you?
Wow, what a wheel.
Let it rip, Vic. With his Rick and Bubba Can't Have Nothing
fan.
Shirt on. Look
The
at him.
pride of Montgomery.
Got his Rick and Bubba socks on, letting it rip. All right, so we'll see what happens, Johnny. Taking a look at the wheel for you here. Let's see. Maybe we can come back Monday. Same shirt he's got on. T-shirt, T-shirt, T-shirt. Wear it. The exact shirt that he has on comes up on the wheel. John, congratulations. You got a Rick and Bubba T-shirt. You just need to tell us your size and the shirt that you want, and we'll ship that right out to you, and you can wear that swag and let the whole wide world know, yes, I listen to the show. So, John, we'll put you on hold. How about a go for John? Go, everybody. Go. Go, 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 go. Yeah. Up next, Lauren Mallard. Lauren, you'll be spinning for Shane out of Tuscaloosa. Shane, welcome to the Rick and Bubba Show. What do you say to Lauren to get her to spin that wonderful Wheel of Meat?
Wow, what a wheel.
Let it rip. Here comes Lauren.
Lauren with a big spin.
Yeah, that's a good spin right there.
Yep.
Good
Put her back into it.
Let's see, Shane. There goes Shane. Looking for a win, Shane. And oh! Sunglasses, sunglasses, sunglasses. Wear it. Well, it's Rick and Bubba sunglasses for you, Shane. They've got
really cool.
Rick and Bubba down the side, and the little pouch that you carry them in to clean them with has all the old famous Rick and Bubba sayings on it. So we'll ship that right out to you. Watch your mouth, Rick. I'll put you on hold, and we'll take care of it. Thank you for listening, Shane.
How about a go for him?
How about did you get a go on sunglasses?
Yeah.
Go!
All winners.
Go! Go, 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 go! Up next, let's go to Cody. out of New Mexico, Cody, who came all the way to the golden ticket seats himself. Joe McBride will spin on behalf of Cody. Joe, what do you say, Cody, to Joe to get him to spin that wheel for you?
Wow, what a wheel.
Let it a reverse spin. Wait, are you lost it? No. That, by the way, is the biggest reverse spin we've ever had.
That one, we won't have to grease it after that.
No, we will not. No, let's see what happens. I can't even look at it. Look how bright it is. The wheels even responded to that acceleration. Here we go, right here. Coming all the way. Oh, look at here. Look at here. Look at here. Yeah. It is Henry the horse. Henry the horse. Here he comes. What a horse. What a horse. Of course.
What's up, guys?
Hello, Henry. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing all right. I've been trying to lose a little bit of weight.
Oh, really?
And,
How you doing?
Trying to cut down on my appetite a little bit, so I thought about taking Ozempic, but I started watching The Golden Bachelor instead.
There goes Henry.
I love it.
Back to the back 40.
Everybody, get down, get down, get down, get down. Yeah. Up next, Angela McBride. Angela is standing by. This is an interesting irony with our golden ticket seats today. Samantha out of Indiana.
Oh.
How about that, Samantha?
A Hoosier there.
Yeah, a Hoosier coming in. So what do you say to Angela to get Angela to spin that wheel for you?
Wow, what a wheel.
All right, let it rip. Let's go in. Yes! Angela lets it rip.
She plays basketball like she spins. She can play for Bobby Knight.
Here we go. Let's see. Samantha looking for a win. Yeah! Moultrie! Do it! Hey, congratulations. You've got a Moultrie Mobile Edge cellular camera. And congratulations. But definitely a go for Samantha.
Woo!
Go! Go! Go, 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 go! Samantha, that'll come your way from Moultrie. So we'll get all your information. And thank you for listening to the Rick and Bubba Show. Alabaster, Alabama, home of them Thompson Warriors. Yep. Caleb is standing by. Caleb spinning for you today will be Cindy Ham. Cindy, you ready to go? What do you say to Cindy to get her to spin that wheel for you?
Wow, what a wheel.
Let's go, Cindy. Let it rip. There goes Cindy. There goes Cindy. Look at here. Look at here. Yo! Topaz! Try it! Yeah! Well, Caleb, this will be a conversation starter. You got about a little Topaz shirt from the Rick and Bubba store. We'll put you on hold. Wear that and try to answer the questions. If not, Bubba's answer is in goodies at rickandbubba.com under our documents. So there you go. We'll put you on. How about a go for Caleb? Go! Go! Go, 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 go! Bubba, it's Buddy the dog's new owner, Barbara Smith. Barbara! She'll be spinning another Hoosier, Pete, out of Indiana. Pete, what do you say to Barbara to get her to spin that wheel for you?
Wow, what a wheel.
Let it rip, Barb. There she goes. Oh, wow!
Barbara's bright and yellow today, Rick.
Yes, she is. You can tell she plays the organ there at First Baptist Tuscaloosa.
And possibly puts out cones on the side.
I think she does. Nobody parking here. All right, here. Yeah! Blaze TV! Blaze TV! Well, Pete, if you're not already a subscriber to Blaze TV, you are now. You get all you get all the great programming from Blaze TV, including a best of hour of the Rick and Bubba Show each and every day. Thank you for listening to the Rick and Bubba Show. Indiana with a strong showing today. Congratulations to all of our winners. And thank you from the golden ticket seats to all of our folks that spun the wonderful wheel of meat today. We put it up. We won't do it next week because of the holiday, but in a couple weeks it'll be back. Rick and Bubba Show continues after this.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that really actually matter. Like the gap between your bed and wall that's big enough for your phone, but not your hand. Or the gutters growing their own trees. Or the wall outlet your kids keep calling Sparky. Whatever you're worrying about, it won't be your heating or air conditioning. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Give Seth at Marshall's a call today at 812-967-3742, and we'll be glad to take care of you.
Do you ever wonder what it would be like to live without hip or knee pain? Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine's new procedure makes it easier than you think. We're proud to be one of the first in the region to offer Mako robotic arm-assisted joint replacement surgery. This latest advancement transforms the way joint replacements are performed. Mako allows your surgeon to provide you with a personalized surgical experience based on your specific diagnosis and anatomy. This means less soft tissue damage and greater bone preservation, less blood loss, less pain, fewer days in the hospital, and faster recovery. Taking a walk, riding a bike, and playing with your grandchildren. These are just a few of the simple joys in life. But for those with bone and joint pain, these simple joys are often too painful or unbearable to truly enjoy. With Mako robotic arm-assisted surgery at Schneck, you can get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at schnecortho.com.
Give Du Bois County Tire a call. Big or small, they service all. They have the name brand tires, you know, to keep you cruising on down the road. They got tires for driving me. They even got them for your farm machine. You can call them day or night. Du Bois County Tire does it right. Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Unlock a season of savings and fall road trip with Michelin tires. Between October 11th and October 27th, get $70 via reward card or virtual prepaid card after online submission with purchase of 4 new Michelin passenger or light truck tires. Available at Washington County Tire Shop in Salem, Davies County Tire and Supply in Washington, Knox County Tire and Supply in Vincennes, and Du Bois County Tire and Supply in Jasper.
Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
It's time to put on the old gold and black. Hail Purdue. And jump on the Boilermaker Special.
Touchdown, Boilermakers! A 39-yard flea flicker.
The Golden Gophers of Minnesota are in town to face the Boilermakers on Saturday.
25, 20, 15, 10, needs a block, 5, touchdown! Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Our coverage begins at 2:30 on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Becky White from WSLM, and I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Are you ready for some football and fantastic deals on wheels? John Jones Auto Group is here to kickstart your season with unbeatable savings at all 4 of our locations. That's right, we're conveniently located in Salem, Corden, Greenville, and Scottsburg. Score big this football season and drive away a winner with John Jones Auto Group. Our dedicated team is committed to helping you find the perfect vehicle that suits both your style and your budget. Whether you're looking for a tough and versatile truck to tackle any challenge, or sleek and fuel-efficient sedan to zip through traffic like a star player, we've got you covered. Plus, don't overlook our certified pre-owned vehicles that offer affordable reliability. Get ready to do a happy touchdown dance because we're offering incredible finance options. Our finance team will work their magic to secure the best rates and terms tailored to your needs. Touchdown! And there's more. John Jones Auto Group is offering game-changing incentives, lease specials, and low APRs. Make this the perfect time to drive home, a deal you won't find anywhere else. Don't fumble this opportunity. Visit John Jones Auto Group today at any of our 4 locations. Or you can check us out online at johnjonesautogroup.com. And remember, you see so many because they paid so little.
Monitoring for less than $1 a day, half the cost of traditional home security. With new 24/7 live guard protection and a smart alarm wireless indoor camera, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders, helping stop a crime in real time. Try Simply Safe for 60 days risk-free. If you don't love it, return your system for a full refund. For an unlimited time, listeners can get a special 50% off any Simply Safe system with a Fast Protect plan. Just visit simplysafebubba.com. simplysafebubba.com for 50% off, or visit rickandbubba.com and check that out under the sponsors. There's no safe like Simply
It's 35 minutes past the hour. The Rick and Bubba Show, 866-WE-BE-BIG is the number. Thank you for being with us. You heard me mention the wonderful Wheel of Meat, and we'll update you maybe as early as next week. That we'll update you on some of our, when we get back, Lord willing, in January, we'll celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Rick and Bubba Show. We will have completed 30 years and start working on 31, and we'll have some merchandise that kind of coincides with that celebration. Some of that, because one of them has a Christmas theme, could be available as early as next week. We'll keep you posted on that. Also, this year's new Rick and Bubba CD, Rough Patch, also should be becoming available within any day. So we'll update you on those two items.
Next week, Bubba, if you can believe it, is Thanksgiving.
I know.
So
What?
it'll be a short week here, and then
Short week.
we will of course have the biggest shopping day of the year, Black Friday, coming. Can we still call it Black Friday? Is that still okay?
I don't know, Rick.
Coming up next Friday, a week from today. So usually the new CD is here on that week. So we'll see if we make that deadline or not. I got an update from the store that there could be one of the 30 anniversary items coming out next week, just in time for the biggest shopping day of the year, and then also possibly the new CD. So we'll update you on all that coming up. And we no longer delay it going out to the streaming services. We go ahead and turn it in now, and they get it in the streaming services as soon as they can. But that's still, even though we're not delaying it on purpose anymore, it still takes a little more time. So that probably won't be till December before it's out on all the streaming services. But we'll update you on that as we get the information. All right, so one thing I've noticed, our show over the years, we've been doing this, as I just mentioned, a long time. And, this show has been a wonderful experience, and we love it. But there's no doubt that we've talked about over the years that a lot of doing this show has done damage to us as well. I mean, there's things that you pay a price.
We've paid a high price.
Yeah, you pay a price for doing this show. And one of the things that I've noticed, and we worked on it a lot, and I think we have gotten better. We still struggle if we get excited. What you're okay on the show as far as us talking on top of each other, unless everybody gets equally excited about a topic. And if everybody gets equally excited and has something to say,
oh boy,
it's a war in here at that point. Yeah. And so
I've tried to do better. I have Budinsky, which means I'll cut people off.
And I think,
and that's different than everybody talking at one time. That's almost a psychological thing, that you need to get treatment for.
Right.
I think they have shock therapy for it.
Right. Yeah. See, I just did that then because you said you want to tell me you're a Budinsky, and you literally butted in to tell me you're a Budinsky.
That's pretty good.
And so what I've learned over the years, and I was developing it, but I think it's
the only way you get to talk here.
Well, that's what I was about to say. There's always a negative. Anytime you're being treated for something, there's always side effects.
Right.
And one of the things that I've noticed, and it seems to be getting worse, and I've picked up on it in the Wednesday Bible study, going out and preaching and speaking places, because that way it's a monologue, so you hear yourself a lot more. I've caught it on the archives a little bit too, is I've developed the Jimmy Stewart stammer, and I think what it's come from is because I don't want us to talk on top of each other. So I've kind of disciplined myself that if somebody starts talking, I stop talking. No matter if I'm mid-sentence, I won't try to just keep moving. I'll just stop, because I think that's the best way. And then I'll try to start back. But what happens, in here is you stop for somebody, you go to start back, somebody else, then you stop again. Somebody else starts, then you stop again. And I think it has damaged me. I've now developed a stammer because of my stop and go.
in here has now turned into my body thinking that I always want to stop and go.
It's kind of like riding a clutch.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you've got out of sync on your step.
Because
there's been a lot of great commentary that I wanted to add to the show, but we've had so much going on in here. I just had to sit here and eat it. The problem is when I quit talking, I drift. And I start going other places, and then I'm totally disengaged.
So you know what it's like in here if everybody gets excited at the same time, which is when we have the most trouble. It's like when I would go to the skating rink and everybody's skating by and you're trying to get in with the flow of traffic, you know, and you're like, you try to get in without being hit by somebody or falling, and it just become part. You're kind of like, do I jump in, You go. And it gets like that. You sit back like you're talking about, you got something and you're going, all right, I'm waiting for a hole. And then you jump in, and then if somebody comes after you, just stop. And then you try to jump in again, then you stop. And I think that has now damaged me. I think I'm damaged for that.
It's like trying to merge when the lanes are full.
Right.
You know, we talked about merging, but there's a situation where you can't merge when it's bumper to bumper traffic.
Right.
I mean, it's just very hard to get in there. So
I
know what you mean.
I think it's a vocal PTSD. You know how people who've been in war, if anything loud happens, it freaks them out. And I think that I now live my life expecting to be interrupted and expecting to need to stop and then come back. And then it's not really in play. And now I'm just doing it anyway.
I think you fight through it, Rick. I do.
But you know what I'm talking
I have
about.
confidence in you.
But you don't talk about. I've noticed that I've developed a stammer, and I think that's what it's from. And I'm sure we all have.
Do you need an all shoot to help you with it?
That's what I was wondering.
Huh?
Do you have anything that maybe I should all shoot or something like that?
All shoot's a pretty good one.
Right. Yeah. I mean that one worked great, didn't it?
It'll loosen the crowd up. I'll tell you that.
And I didn't pick up on it till I watched It's a Wonderful Life the other night, and I said, "Sure, I do that now, don't I?" And she goes, "Well, I haven't really noticed it." And I said, "No, I've been listening. I'm starting to." Right. And so I haven't tried the offshoot. It's not quite a stutter, but you know what I'm talking about? It's
I think the pause is good. I mean, you probably don't want to use it when you're by yourself.
No, that's what I mean.
In here, it's almost it's probably a good thing in here.
No, it's actually effective. I think I agree with you, and that's why I started developing it, because nobody wants to hear some talk on top of each other. So it's better if somebody comes in just to stop.
We've all heard that on ESPN. It doesn't sound good, and we know that.
Or Bubba, not the worst. The View.
No, I wasn't going to use that as an example.
Let me tell you something. When they get fired up about something,
oh boy,
I really believe we could use that to torture people that we're trying to get information out of. Don't you?
Yeah. Forget waterboarding.
Right. Yeah. The only thing worse than people actually just doing it because we're excited and we all are like chumming around is people that you don't even want to hear any of them speak. Now they're talking about each other.
Right.
I mean, I think that's the worst of the worst.
Yes, by far.
So anyway, also
Hey, Rick, he's got his hands up. I didn't mean to interrupt you, buddy.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Hold on. I was talking to YouTube only. I try to raise my hand when I've got something.
Do you really? Is that what you got? I try to clear. Thank you. The rocker who said he sang a little hard during the break. You okay, buddy? What'd you sing today?
We did find another
Rick,
gear.
I try to raise my hand. I try to raise my hand.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to get in.
No, it is, and there's nothing wrong with that, and that was not the point of my conversation. The point was I've developed a stammer because I've tried to do it the way I think we should do it.
Yes.
I just didn't realize there'd be a side effect. It's kind of like me taking a drug and going, it's helping me, but now I've got a side effect.
Yeah. I mean, everything comes with a side effect, Rick.
It's the cure, but now I've got to deal with the side effect that goes with it. So we'll come back. We'll take your phone calls to wrap.
Hey, wait, Rick. No, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. Start over. Go ahead.
We'll come back and we'll take your phone. We'll take your phone calls at 866-WE-BE-BIG. All 10 lines are available, and we'll chat with you, and you'll run this last segment of this hour when we come back right after this.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price. Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. J.D. Power now ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. During our Black Friday sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
At Simply Safe, our 24/7 lifeguard protection helps stop crime in real time. Because during a break-in, every second counts. And these days, every dollar counts. Right now, get 50% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. It's U.S. News and World Report's best home security of 2023. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe. At Simply Safe, our 24/7 lifeguard protection helps stop crime in real time. Because during a break-in, every second counts. And these days, every dollar counts. Right now, get 50% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. It's U.S. News and World Report's best home security of 2023. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
When I first joined the board at Papa John's, I brought some big ideas. We're gonna need more pepperoni. But my biggest idea, the Shakaroni pizza. Bigger, 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 bigger. More is better. It's extra large, with extra cheese, and covered in more than 60 pepperonis. When I say a handful of pepperoni, I mean my handful. What makes Shakaroni huge is that Papa John's donates $1 from every pizza to the Papa John's Foundation. 1, 2, 3, Shakaroni! Pizza gets bigger when you Shakaroni. Only at Papa John's.
The new Shakaroni is available at your Salem Papa John's for a limited time, starting at only $13.99. Call today at 812-883-3369 or order on your Papa John's app. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
If you're wanting to wet your whistle, watch the game, or just sit around enjoying a drink with your friends, then stop into Bill's American Pub located next to Mama Rosa's in Salem. Bill's is open from 4 p.m. to midnight Tuesday through Thursday, and 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, and 12:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Sunday. Enjoy a variety of beer, wine, and mixed drinks at Bill's, and even order off the Mama Rosa's menu and enjoy it there in the bar. Catch local live music and karaoke on Saturday nights. Check their Facebook page for schedule and times. Enjoy good food, good times, and good drinks at Bill's American Pub in Salem. Must be 21 to enter. Let branch manager Autumn Scott Hall and her staff at Salem's Leader One Financial Office on the public square help you live your best dream with just the right financing. Autumn and Camissa are licensed for all FHA, VA, USDA, conventional, and jumbo mortgage programs. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned real estate investor, or simply looking for refinancing options, Autumn's team will help you and ensure you receive the right mortgage for your unique financial situation at a competitive and fair price. They'll communicate with you all the information you need to know when you need to know it, while offering the best mortgage loans for your financing needs. Call today to get started, 812-883-0670, or stop in and see Autumn or Camissa today at 18 Public Square, Suite A in Salem. We're ready to open the door to home ownership for you.
This is Becky White from WSLM, and I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Are you ready for some football and fantastic deals on wheels? John Jones Auto Group is here to kickstart your season with unbeatable savings at all 4 of our locations. That's right, we're conveniently located in Salem, Corden, Greenville, and Scottsburg. Score big this football season and drive away a winner with John Jones Auto Group. Our dedicated team is committed to helping you find the perfect vehicle that suits both your style and your budget. Whether you're looking for a tough and versatile truck to tackle any challenge, or sleek and fuel-efficient sedan to zip through traffic like a star player, we've got you covered. Plus, don't overlook our certified pre-owned vehicles that offer affordable reliability. Get ready to do a happy touchdown dance because we're offering incredible finance options. Our finance team will work their magic to secure the best rates and terms tailored to your needs. Touchdown! And there's more. John Jones Auto Group is offering game-changing incentives, lease specials, and low APRs. Make this the perfect time to drive home, a deal you won't find anywhere else. Don't fumble this opportunity. Visit John Jones Auto Group today at any of our 4 locations. Or you can check us out online at johnjonesautogroup.com. And remember, you see so many because they paid so little.
The Lutheran Mission Federation and St. Peter's Lutheran Church of Brownstown, Indiana, invite you to pray the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Caring people make the difference. You can feel it the minute you walk into Meadowview Health and Rehabilitation. Experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. They're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, they become an extension of your family. For more information about Meadowview, visit ascseniorcare.com or call 812-883-4681. That's 812-883-4681.
How's it going this morning?
We're good.
All right. Well, I called in during the 7:30 hour. Greg took my call, and y'all were doing the phone troll. And talking about a Budinsky, Bubba was on a soapbox, and I was kind of like little bitty tiny Chris, like, okay, I don't want to bother Professor Bussey because he's really on a tangent right now. So I kind of was about to raise my hand and say, Dr. Bussey, can I ask a question? But I didn't want to be a Budinsky.
Were you because if he was talking, I wouldn't have answered a call. Were you standing by on hold?
Yes, I was standing by. You took my call and then hung up. But it was about the Gobble Gobble song. I tried to be a good father, I thought.
Right.
I introduced my daughter to the Gobble Gobble song. She made it 30 seconds into it. She looked at me with a hairbrush in her hand and said, "Stop it right now."
You might as well crack the egg on her head.
Or put cheese on her head.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, I literally got like a brush in my face. I'm like, I'm about to get hit with a hairbrush right before I go to work.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It'll bring the best out.
It will. Let's go to Tracy and Hoover, 104.7 WZZK. Tracy, go ahead.
Morning.
Hey,
Listen, I was watching the old movie Mannequin the other day. It has Andrew McCarthy and Estelle Getty is in it. She plays the owner of the department store that Andrew McCarthy has his, little fling with the mannequin. And at the end of the movie, when all of the bad guys are exposed, Estelle Getty looks up at one of the bad guys and says, "Credit, clown."
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
Wait, somebody else told us that, didn't they?
Well, the first time
really?
I remember seeing it, well, there was a story about it.
Your story's where I got it.
And then
that's where
I saw it on the Goldbergs, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I was thinking about. So mannequin may be a new phrase. Yeah, it was the Goldberg.
You talking about that great movie Mannequin? Well, that was a good one, wasn't it?
It was, where the mannequin came to life.
Yeah, that was a classic.
Sadly, now they don't even wait for them to come to life anymore. Let's go to Dusty in Alabama. Dusty, go ahead.
Good morning, fellas.
Hey,
I got a T-shirt idea for the Rick and Bubba store. I think it'd be a great one. Have the Rick and Bubba logo on a pocket tee on the front, on the little front pocket. On the back, have "Not even Jesus was vegan" in big letters. and have Luke 24:41-43 as the reference to that.
That's good. That's a conversation starter. Yeah, I like that. That's good. DJ in Birmingham, go ahead on ZZK.
Yeah, I got a reel that'll be right down you guys' alley. It's a couple of guys called the Trap Masters. They're in camouflage, and they're lip syncing old school rap. They own me every single one. I think y'all ought to check that one out.
Now, what's the name of it?
I couldn't understand it. Yeah, I don't know what he said. Something about guys in camo doing rap songs. Helmsy, tell us what happened on the phones a minute ago.
Oh, yeah. Listen, you're talking about random.
Yeah.
And the way I do calls, just so everybody knows, I completely, like, if there's 10 calls that call in, I answer one, then I hang up on the 9, and then I pick another one. Then I hang up on the 8, and I pick another one. That way I keep it as random as can be.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting the winners. Do you remember Samantha won?
Mm-hmm.
And you remember Pete won?
Yep.
Husband and wife.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
They were from the same
in the
state,
same living room, making phone calls. And he has been trying. Here's what's funny. He's been trying to win Willamette for years, and he really wanted Moultrie.
What a goal.
She won Moultrie.
No way. I remember that.
Yeah. And they've been wanting the Blaze TV membership. And
no way.
Yes. Yes.
Now you make it.
It was the strangest thing.
No. Listen, you don't have to make
And
stuff
as I'm
up,
talking to Samantha, so I pick up Samantha. The way I'll do the winners is whoever won first. So I'm talking to Samantha. She goes, by the way, my husband Pete won the Blaze TV membership. He's standing next to me, and I'm like, well, this is odd. So I didn't have to. I just told him to hang up, and we just.
Did you tell them they were only eligible for one prize, and you're taking Moultrie back?
Okay. So I wanted. Listen.
I'm taking
What's
Moultrie
funny
back.
is I started thinking. So are we going to have a Pete and Samantha rule from now on?
A lot of stations have that.
Because you got to understand. I'm telling you, the way that I do this is brutally random.
Guys, the odds of that, to your point,
I know.
To your point,
who cares?
I would not make a rule because if anybody can pull that off, they should be rewarded for it.
I agree.
I mean, to have a husband and a wife in the same house both get in on two different lines.
I know the odds of that are incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should win a prize for that.
But you got something you want to share with the rest of it?
What do you and Bussy got going?
I was just telling Greg.
What do you and Bussy got going?
He told me to tell Helms a lot of crazy things happen on Friday. You ought to be here.
So that's it. So, you take your vacation and spend it on getting another job. You never live in that.
Let me tell you,
it would have been a better line from Greg. That's why.
But here,
I just saw Greg say that.
This shows y'all's personalities, though. Did you see how willing and quickly Greg was to complete the show?
Right.
You know what I mean? Greg couldn't wait to say it.
Helms would have thought that was funny.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
It just sounds
or
like
he'd get
Greg
mad at
said.
Bubba. That'd been odd.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When you see Greg,
Probably would have thought it was funny for you. Got mad at Bubba.
Yeah. See, that's why Bubba. See, he knows how it works.
Yeah, he does. You're right.
Greg's able to say things, and people go, "Oh, he's so funny." We say the same thing, and everybody says, "Oh, what a bunch of."
Now that's not true.
What
I
a
get
bunch of
plenty of those
mean-
emails about how I'm a jerk. I get a lot of those.
You do not
Yeah,
anymore. Greg,
most of them are from Mother.
Greg, you run all those people off. They're not out there anymore.
They've quit listening years ago.
Right. Do you ever every now and then on the hate mail, and it's rare, I don't do it as often as I did when I was younger and had a little more energy, but where you just I'll decide today's the day I'm gonna keep messing with this person back and forth, and whatever they're mad about, I'll double down and be even worse about it.
Just for your own
Yeah,
entertainment.
I did that just the other day, and I found myself actually enjoying it.
I like when they leave the number and you call them.
Yeah.
Well,
what I love the most about it was the person, of course, was using the term that's overused today, that we were being bullies about something.
Yeah.
And I started the narrative that they were bullying me, and they did not know what to do. I said, "Well, you're kind of a bully."
Oh yeah.
I said, "Things you just said about me. I mean,
Very bully-like.
You hurt my feelings." Yeah. And then they started talking about that they saw the world a certain way, and we shouldn't be upset with people who disagree. And I said, "Well, you're upset with me for disagreeing with you."
Yeah.
Now you're bullying me.
You were just having fun.
I said, "Why do you not acknowledge my worldview? I mean, why can't I be who I want to be?" Wow, I guess you're just a bully. If people don't agree with you, you just bully them, which is what they were accusing us of doing.
Right.
And so I just started, and before you know it, I had it so tangled, I wanted them to regret that they ever sent the email.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm sure they did at some point.
And so now for the last 3 days, I've emailed them every single day, like hate mail does.
Yeah.
Just asking them if they're going to apologize to me for being a bully. They got one more day today.
One more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Waiting on your apology.
I want to do it.
Once I flip it over, I got to move on to.
Well, and next week I got to be thankful, so I can't do it next week.
Right.
That's true.
Sure.
Yeah.
and I'll be thankful that they don't email anymore.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just engage and just try to reveal how absurd what they're saying is, and that it's all based on emotion. None of it's actually logical.
Yeah, in fact.
What you're really doing is saying that you want everybody to see the things the way you do, which is what you just accused us of. Bubba, how come my worldview is as valid as anybody's? You're sort of a bully.
Quit bullying us.
Top of the hour. If you leave us, have a good weekend.
Rick and Bubba. Paoli, French Lick, and Jasper's home for rock classics. 97.9 WSLM.
From the WSLM Weatherbird Weather Center, you're never more than 20 minutes away from the latest weather. For this afternoon, there's a 100% chance of showers, then it's gradually clearing. High 64, low 30. Saturday is sunny, then clear, high 53, low 29. I'm Daniel Clark, and this forecast was brought to you by Salem Hardwood Lumber.
The City of Salem will have its general election on Tuesday, November the 7th. Polls will open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. The Washington County Republican Party would like for you to vote for the following to keep the City of Salem moving forward with progress, stability, and experience. Incumbent Justin Green. Mayor, Incumbent Sally Hutavo, City Clerk Treasurer. Incumbent Danny R. Lipke, City Council District 1. Dylan M. Moore, Council District 2. Incumbent Steve Crane, City Council District 3. Randy Lee Jr., City Council District 4. Roger K. Pennington, City Council at Large. Vote for progress on November the 7th. Vote for experience. Vote Republican. Paid for by the Washington County Republican Party.
Let branch manager Autumn Scott Hall and her staff at Salem's Leader One Financial Office on the public square help you live your best dream with just the right financing. Autumn and Camissa are licensed for all FHA, VA, USDA, conventional, and jumbo mortgage programs. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned real estate investor, or simply looking for refinancing options, Autumn's team will help you and ensure you receive the right mortgage for your unique financial situation at a competitive and fair price. They'll communicate with you all the information you need to know when you need to know it, while offering the best mortgage loans for your financing needs. Call today to get started, 812-883-0670, or stop in and see Autumn or Camissa today at 18 Public Square, Suite A in Salem. We're ready to open the door to home ownership for you.
Turning Point Church in Scottsburg is a church of second chances and new beginnings and has something for everyone and every age. Showers for those in need are going to be available on Wednesday from 5:30 to 6:15. Food is also available afterwards. If you're in need of more than a meal, Turning Point has food giveaways twice a month, Mondays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Coming up this Saturday, November the 11th and November the 25th. Turning Point Church is located at 899 West McLean Avenue in Scottsburg. For more information, contact Pastor John Jackson at 812-752-7857 or find the church's Facebook page online.
Hi, folks. Robert Quigley here, America's Independent, Washington, D.C. We're on the road to the White House. Climate repair in detail. Choices are fix the climate or the climate will fix us. Rate of extreme events increasing. Destructive impacts of these events increasing. Humans can't survive at 120-degree temperatures for long. Latin America had 100-degree temperatures during their winter. We have ice core, geological tree ring, DNA records, plus sensors scattered around the planet. Wilderness destruction and species destruction is everywhere, all caused by humans. Fossil fuels are the culprit, but we need them for a couple of decades longer. Team America will build direct air capture plants, rewild, reforest, and reintroduce family farms. Increase solar, electric will all be increased. Go to robertquigleyforpresident.com, find the donor box button, donate what you can. Team America needs your spare change. Join Team America, spread the word, and together we will make it work for all of us.
Paid for and approved by Robert Quigley for president.
NBC News Radio, I'm Scott Carr. President Joe Biden will meet with Mexican President Lopez Obrador.
The White House says the two leaders are expected to talk about the migrant crisis at the U.S.-Mexico border, while the administration pushes back against the narrative that they're ignoring threats at the border with Texas. Christine Abizaid, who heads the National Counterterrorism Center, says they've been working for many years to shore up security along the southwestern border.
Look at the kind of counterterrorism enterprise that we've built that's focused on screening, vetting, watch listing individuals and terrorist identities.
She was grilled this week by a Republican-led congressional hearing. Several reports say Israel and Hamas appear to be close to a hostage swap deal.
The deal would free 50 women and children for the return of Palestinian prisoners. The exchange would coincide with a 3 to 5 day ceasefire. The reports have yet to be confirmed officially by either side. I'm Mark Mayfield.
A mistrial's been declared in the civil rights trial against Brett Hankinson, the former Louisville police officer involved in the deadly Breonna Taylor raid of 2020. Following 4 days of deliberations, a federal jury told the judge it was deadlocked and couldn't reach a verdict on the 2 charges against Hankinson. He fired 10 shots into the apartment building where the 26-year-old black woman lived on the night of a botched drug raid. A state jury's already acquitted Hankinson on charges of wanton endangerment. California Governor Gavin Newsom says the 10 freeway in downtown L.A., though initially expected to be closed for weeks due to severe fire damage, is now set to fully reopen by this Tuesday at the latest. It had to be closed after a fire triggered by burning wooden pallets underneath a freeway overpass. Baseball superstar Shohei Ohtani's now a 2-time MVP, unanimously voted as the top American League player after hitting 44 home runs. In the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr. was given the honor. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
The stopgap spending bill has been signed and the Farm Bill has been officially extended for 1 year. That opens the door to opportunities for success and failure in early 2024. We'll discuss that. I'm at the National Association of Farm Broadcasting Convention in Kansas City, and USDA Secretary Tom Vilsack was here yesterday with some news on trade missions for 2024.
Live from the final laps of the week via Farm Journal broadcast, this is AgriTalk. This morning, it's our Friday free-for-all with our special guest, Tom Sell of Combest Sell. Directly following the news, Jennifer Scheck from Farm Journal's Pork. I'm handsome newsman Davis Michelson, and now the host of AgriTalk, Jeff Flory.
Davis Michelson. You know, here's the deal with Tom Sell. Every time we have him on for a segment, we always say, doggone it, Tom, we just need to give you more time when you get on here. Well, here you go, Tom. Let's have some of those fun discussions because you are the panel for the free-for-all today. I'm looking forward to the conversation with Tom. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, pretty good, I think. Yeah. 44 degrees and sunny.
44 degrees and sunny. That's what it is here. I think there might be a reason for that.
How do you like it? It's lovely, isn't it?
It is beautiful in the, what is it, the City of Fountains?
The City of Fountains, yes.
Wow, it's beautiful here. I'm down here at the National Association Farm Broadcasting Convention. It's been a great couple of days. Had some fantastic conversations yesterday that we will be bringing you next week, and looking forward to getting some of those conversations on the air for you because there's lots of progress. There is progress being made on several issues that have been concerning on the production side for quite some time. And we're going to be talking about some weed resistance. We're going to be talking about data gathering and how to analyze that data. And we've got a long list of conversations coming your way, including with Undersecretary Alexis Taylor about some of the trade issues. We will get to that early next week. And bring you that perspective from the Undersecretary. So it's been a good couple of days, buddy. And
excellent.
Yes. So let's get to it. What you got in the news?
Well, Chip, the Senate has approved a House-passed stopgap funding bill to keep the government open and to extend the 2018 Farm Bill through next September. The funding Band-Aid buys time, though American Farm Bureau President Zippy Duvall stressed at the National Press Club recently, a modernized farm bill is what we really need now.
We just can't keep kicking the can down the road. We got to get this done, and we got to get it done this year or very soon after the first of the year.
Well, Chip, the temporary spending package maintains government funding at current levels for approximately 2 more months, while negotiations continue on a longer-term spending package for the current fiscal year, which began October 1st. That establishes 2 separate deadlines for passing full-year appropriations bill, Jan 19 for some federal agencies, including agriculture, and February 2nd for others. Chip?
I guess they've decided that the appropriations, that funding the federal government is an elephant. And the only way that you can eat an elephant is one bite at a time. And so they've broken the appropriations out into 2 different tiers, and they're going to try to tackle it one at a time. It's an interesting process. Like I said in the open, it creates some opportunities for successes and for failures in early 2024. We're going to handicap all of that with Tom Sell when we get him on here. Oh, one other thing, Davis. Big Apple Joe Stackler had a conversation with Senator Joni Ernst from Iowa yesterday. We're going to have some sound bites from Senator Ernst on what the continuing resolution and the extension of the Farm Bill means.
Oh, great. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, Ag Secretary Tom Vilsack released the next steps in his department's efforts to bolster U.S. ag trade, including the agency's planned trade missions for 2024. Ag exports totaled a record $196 billion in 2022, following a record-setting year in 2021. USDA says it plans to build on recent successes and highlight export opportunities in additional markets through a robust agribusiness trade mission scheduled next year.
Yeah, I was there as he made that announcement yesterday at a press conference at the NAFB convention in Kansas City, and the trade side of things seems to be clicking. There are some other comments that he made in the press conference that hopefully we will get to that had a lot of people scratching their heads.
Well, Chip, oil prices are hinting at least at a bear market due to a combination of factors. Despite efforts by OPEC Plus leaders, Saudi Arabia and Russia will stabilize prices. Healthy supplies and increasing stockpiles have outweighed their attempts. Crude oil has experienced 4 consecutive weeks of declines, marking its longest losing streak since May. Currently, this morning, Chip, the January WTI crude oil contract up $2.19. The 75.28. Perhaps we spoke too soon about the bear market in crude.
Well, they still haven't got back all of yesterday's losses. It was more than $3 lower yesterday. So it is because stocks are building. I keep going back to the conversation that we recently had with Jordan Fife about record U.S. output, and it's putting pressure on the market.
Well, Chip, Chinese President Xi's first visit to the United States in 6 years reportedly resulted in positive outcomes, including an agreement with President Biden to better manage tensions between the 2 countries and to convey China's desire for friendship rather than conflict with the United States. Let's cut it off there and get over to Jen.
All right, boy. But that last one is another one that I am really looking forward to get Tom Sell's take on what's going on there. And President Biden is meeting with Mexican President Obrador today. So we'll find out from Tom what is going on in that conversation as well. All right, thanks, Davis. Let's bring in Jennifer Scheich, editor, Farm Journal Sport. Good morning, Jennifer.
She's there.
Are you there?
Good morning.
There we go.
There
yes, I am.
she is.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, African swine fever is something that all hog producers across the globe are guarding against, but research has just figured out something about ASF that could raise the odds of winning the war on ASF. Tell us about it.
Well, I like how you put that. I mean, the truth is that it is a big challenge to come up with, vaccines, and we've been working on it for a long time. But new research from USDA's Agricultural Research Service says that they've looked at all the virus strains, and they've been able to reclassify them from 25 to only 6 unique genotypes. And this just means that it's going to be a little bit easier for scientists to develop vaccines that match the different strains that are circulating around in ASF endemic areas, throughout the throughout the world. So, I mean, good news, we're still working on some of those vaccine solutions, but 6 is better than 25.
Oh my goodness. When I saw that number, Jennifer, my initial thought was they're going to get this figured out sooner rather than later. That's my feeling.
Yes. And I mean, I think that's the hard thing about, not that I'm an expert in this area, but my perspective is, with all these different, strains, just the more strains they are, the more complicated it is. And I think we've seen, it's not the same thing, but we've seen that with PRRS. We get one thing down and then we have another strain of it. So, good news for the pork industry and for ASF battle. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate that. Jennifer's got some great coverage on this at www.porkbusiness.com. Head on over there to get the latest. We've got kind of a modified free-for-all, but we've got a great guest to fill the time. Tom Sell, Combest Sell, up next here on AgriTalk.
No matter where home is, Dynagrow Seed is made to perform on your acres. With a proven track record for consistent performance year after year, Dynagrow Seed delivers innovative seed solutions to maximize your local acre. Purchase confidently knowing you have a partner to connect your land with the right seed hybrids and varieties for your local conditions. Book your seed today at your local Nutrient Ag Solutions or visit dynagrowseed.com to learn more. Dynagrow Seed, made to perform here.
Moving Day, a walk for Parkinson's, is happening around the country. More than just a walk. Moving Day is a fun experience that unites the community in the fight against Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's doesn't stop, and neither will we. So let's get moving. Join the Parkinson's Foundation to learn more and register for an event in your area at movingdaywalk.org. That's movingdaywalk.org.
Hey, I'm Reba McEntire. Growing up in Oklahoma, I had big dreams of becoming a successful country music singer. But I also knew the odds were against me and that I needed an education to fall back on. Studying never got in the way of my dreams. In fact, school gave me lots of opportunities I wouldn't have had otherwise with my career. Please stay in school and try your best. You never know where a good education might take you. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
This is Andrew McCrae, host of the American Countryside. I'm also a farmer and rancher from Northwest Missouri, and I hope you'll join me each week for Farming the Countryside, as we take a look at the top issues impacting agriculture as told by the people farming and working in their industry. We'll talk about markets and trade, share some of the latest tips and trends for grain and livestock producers, and take a look at trends impacting rural America. Join me for Farming the Countryside on many local radio stations or on your favorite podcast platform, or just go to farmingthecountryside.com.
Hi, I'm Ag Day host Clinton Griffiths, and I invite you to join me each morning as we cover the nation's food system, from fields of green to orchards of orange and livestock everywhere in between. America runs on agriculture, and here at Ag Day, agriculture is what we do best. Listen as our analysts track the markets, learn about innovations in technology and sustainability, and live the country lifestyle through the eyes of rural America. Join me, Clinton Griffiths, for Ag Day, the country experience.
Cancer can feel like something we can't do anything about, but you can. There are screening tests that can catch cancer early when it may be easier to treat. Begin cervical screening at age 25. At 45, start colorectal and breast screening. At 50, discuss lung screening with a doctor. Find resources for free and low-cost screening at cancer.org/getscreened. This is a public service message from the American Cancer Society.
I don't know what you're thinking. So call us at 855-4-TALK-AG and tell us what's on your mind.
Welcome back to AgriTalk. I'm your host, Chip Flory. Glad that you're with us on this Friday morning. That means it's time for a free-for-all. Davis Michelson, you ready to go here, buddy?
I'm here.
All right. Glad that you are. And we've got Tom Sell from Combest Sell and Associates. How are you, Tom?
Hey, Chip. I'm doing great.
Good.
Glad you this morning.
Yeah, glad you're here. Like I said at the open, a lot of times when we have you on, Tom, we always say, geez, we got to get you on from a longer set. Well, This is about as long a set as we can give you, Tom. So let's have some fun with it. All right, buddy?
Let's have some fun. Absolutely. Yeah.
Great.
Thanksgiving's in front of us. It's a great time of year.
It certainly is. Certainly is. Okay. Let's start with the continuing resolution. President Biden signed it yesterday when he was in San Francisco. Big Apple Joe had a conversation with Senator Ernst yesterday, and we've got some clips from that. I think Ernst CR, Joe, will get us started on this.
Now, this is actually good news. We did stop the Democrats from forcing a massive spending bill. So we're thankful there. So the government will remain open for Iowans and for service members. They will continue to get paid. The bad news is that, of course, it is a continuing resolution, which means that Congress has failed to do its job on time yet again. I'll continue fighting. We will have other deadlines popping up in January and February. But when it comes to agriculture, there was a 1-year extension of the Farm Bill in this continuing resolution. So that also is good news because we saw the Farm Bill expire at the end of September. So this will carry us on for another year. But we do hope that we'll return in the spring and be able to get the Farm Bill over the finish line. But this was a good start.
Okay. Well, Tom, you heard the main takeaway right there. Yeah. Congress once again failed to get the job done.
Come on now, Chip. If you look at the level of dysfunction over the last couple of months with Congress and drama and just all the hand wringing, and obviously they took down Speaker McCarthy, and we're actually trending the right way, right? This was done with comparatively little drama. Who knows if we keep on this trend, Chip, we might actually have a high functioning Congress within the next couple of months. We'll see. These are tough things. The appropriations model in a lot of ways is broken, and of course everything is getting shoved in these big kind of packages. So I appreciate Senator Ernst's comments. She's a great leader, articulate and good and solid in all ways, particularly for agriculture. Yeah. But I think she said it well. They prevented this kind of massive overspending bill. We have a huge fiscal problem as a nation with $33 trillion in national debt and yearly deficits approaching $2 trillion. That just can't go on forever. So it's got a lot of folks' attention. They're trying to rein in some of the incredible growth in spending that we've had as a federal government. And so there's just a lot of angst over that. The fact that we were able to get the Farm Bill extended and at least get a CR or to have a more adult discussion about this over the next couple of months, I think is a good thing. I would have loved to have gotten the Farm Bill done this year. I guess we can't say it's a failure, and it is. We have great leadership. Senator Stabenow, Chairman Thompson, they're setting high sights. They've created a lot of expectations for getting the Farm Bill done. It's just a hard gauntlet. And the fact is they really haven't gotten out of the gate. They haven't gotten out of the starting blocks yet.
Right.
And so they needed to do this extension, I think, just to provide the certainty that rural America needs. That's what the Farm Bill is supposed to be there for, is provide a little anchor of stability and certainty.
Right.
Which for this business environment where you're competing with foreign governments, or you're dealing with weather and all the uncertainties of agriculture, the whole purpose of the Farm Bill is to provide a little bit of anchor of stability. So it's good that they got out of the way. They kind of put the drama aside and gave themselves a little space to work.
Well, here's my thing, though. If you're going to herd cats, it's best to keep them together, is what I've found. Could it not be argued we have had a heck of a time getting this stuff passed in the past? Does it make it easier or more complicated to divide them all out? I understand, Tom, what you're saying. We don't want these big, monoliths coming through. Yeah. Yet at the same time, are we just setting ourselves up for more and more and more of the same?
Yeah, that's a great question, man. I love it. Some people are just saying this appropriations process as a whole is kind of broken. We've got to find a way. Doing the 12 appropriations bills one by one, they're not going to be able to get there. Heck, the House failed to pass one yesterday. They left early. The Senate is nowhere on. They've only passed, I think, 5 out of the 12 appropriations bills, and they're so far apart still between the Senate and the House. It's just like, how do you actually make that process work unless you go into some big end of year kind of brokered package? but there's a lot of people assessing how this whole thing is done, and that's not a bad thing. Quite frankly, I used to work for an authorizing committee. I like the authorizing committees where they do the deep policy work. I think we need to get back to a better committee structure where we just put more responsibility at the lower levels, at the committees of Congress, to get the job done and bring it together.
Okay, that is an interesting concept, but for what we've got in front of us, Tom, when we get to January 19, this is, like you said, there is so much distance between the House and the Senate bills. There's so much more money in the Senate appropriation bills. If they can't get together and come up with something that President Biden will sign, what happens then?
Jeff, haven't we got enough problems for today? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's a real freaking challenge. I don't know. And Speaker Johnson, of course, came out yesterday and said, "Look, we are not going to do another. We got to get all this done by January 9th or 19th and the February." Then this kind of laddered approach. How you get from point A to point B, I don't know. That's where I think some of this thinking around really kind of remaking the appropriations and budgeting process of Congress, at some point you have to break. And sometimes, unfortunately, in Congress, we have a great durable system, right? Checks and balances and divisions of power. We are all right as a nation. Congress needs to work through this, and they might need kind of another cathartic moment or kind of breakdown of the process to actually get to a better way to go forward in the future. Yeah. This current appropriations model has kind of been the mode since the 1960s. Yeah. Are we due for some kind of change to the way this gets done within the constitutional protections that we all know and love? And I think there's a strong case to be made for that.
Okay. Tom, one thing that I'm a little uncertain on is the ag appropriations. Has that been passed, and has the Farm Bill officially been extended? Or if we get to January 19, do we still have to settle the ag appropriations to officially extend that Farm Bill?
Oh, it's a great question. And to be very clear, so the Farm Bill extension was passed as part of the CR, and it doesn't run out with the end of this CR. It is extended for.
Okay.
So the programs that are in place were in place for 23, will be in place for 2024. And of course, the leaders, Stabenow and GT, they're both busy out there saying, this does not release the pressure. We need to get a Farm Bill done. But in fact, there's kind of nothing sunsets until the end of next year at this point. So it does provide that level of certainty that farmers and farm businesses and merchants and marketers of ag products that have some relation to the marketing loans or the various things that are out there. There's certainty that those programs are going to be in place.
Okay, good. Yeah, that was one of those spots where some of us down here at the Farm Broadcasting Convention were thinking, we need to make sure that this is an official extension. It's opportunity in the spring, and we will, when we come back after a break that's coming up here in just a little bit, we will hear from Senator Ernst on what the Farm Bill extension, her perspective on it. But I tell you what, Tom, it seems like the Farm Bill, well, I should say some legislative ideas, some proposed legislation to go along with that Farm Bill is coming out of the woodwork right now, isn't it?
Yeah, all kinds of market bills are thrown out there. That's right. While there's kind of a dearth of anything from the committees, there's a lot of good and positive talk, but we've yet to see kind of what typically happens is, the Senate Ag Committee and the House Ag Committee will unveil their kind of discussion drafts, and this is kind of the size of the room and what we think we can accomplish. That's kind of the big thing that we're all waiting on. And in the absence of that, you see a lot of members, senators, congressmen, and women on the House side dropping these marker bills just to kind of be ready for what I think is going to be a big discussion over the next 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, it absolutely will be a big discussion. We had a couple of them on the show earlier this week. Caraveo from Colorado, Feenstra from Iowa. They both got 2 or 3 bills that they want attached to that farm bill when we get there. I don't know if that complicates it, weighs it down a little bit as we go forward. We'll discuss that next. We got the free-for-all going. Tom Sell, Combat Cell and Associates.
The next disaster is coming. The time to get ready is now. Make a plan. Identify meetup locations and people you'll need to contact. Put your contact list in your wallet, on your phone, and somewhere visible in your home. Build a kit. Store enough food and water for 3 days. Don't forget your pets. And consider buying a pre-made kit. Keep at least 7 days of medication on hand. Work with your pharmacist and insurance company to secure the extra doses. Make copies of important documents. Keep them on your phone, in the cloud, or on a USB stick. Stay informed. Learn about local hazards. Take courses in CPR and first aid. And sign up for local alert systems. An early warning can give you the time you need to prepare for a fast-moving disaster. Be ready. Learn more at americares.org/send-us-in.
Time for Markets Now with the experts from Pro Farmer.
Joining us now, Pro Farmer editor Brian Grady Beach. We started the week off so strong, and here we are at the end of the week, finishing up, giving those gains back.
Yeah, absolutely, Chip, and just a general malaise across the grain and soy markets. The exception being soy oil, and it's being helped by crude oil, which is more than $2 higher here. But corn, soybeans, soy meal, and wheat, they're all under pressure, despite weakness in the dollar. So just a lack of fresh news here to end up the week, and sellers are coming out, and we do have some rains forecast for dry areas of central Brazil and northeastern Brazil into next week, and the temperatures are expected to back off. Now, those areas have been really hot and dry, and so they're going to need more than this relief. But for the moment, that's helping put pressure on both corn and soybeans.
Yeah, we should mention the positive in the soy complex today is we've got some mild gains in soybean oil. That looks like it's coming on the back of some sharp gains, $2 plus gains in crude oil futures. All right, take us over to the livestock trade. It looks good in the cattle complex.
Yeah, absolutely. I got off to kind of a sluggish start this morning, a poor close yesterday, but boy, the buyer interest has really picked up here at mid-morning, Chip, and just some corrective buying as we head into the cattle on feed report this afternoon. And I went through that yesterday with Greg during the morning show, but the placements number, that's going to be the key one as we get to that data this afternoon after the markets close. And then hog futures, they're mixed and pretty quiet, honestly. Slight downside bias, but all things considered, it's pretty quiet ahead of the weekend here.
Excellent, Brian. Thank you. That is Pro Farmer editor Brian Grady on Markets Now.
Scammers often try to dupe veterans to steal the VA benefits they've earned. Scammers may try to obtain sensitive information or collect payments over the phone, offer to move assets in order to qualify for pension, insist benefits may be sent directly to a friend or caregiver, or promise to manage benefits or file a claim for you. VA will never charge you for processing a claim, and only VA can determine eligibility. To report suspicious activity, visit va.gov/OIG/hotline.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Opinions expressed on AgriTalk do not necessarily reflect the views of Farm Journal Broadcasting, affiliate stations, or sponsors. Our name says it all. AgriTalk. What more do you need to know?
Welcome back to the Free for All here on AgriTalk. It's me, it's Davis, and it's Tom Sell from Combest Cell. We've been talking about it and kind of skirting around it just a little bit, but we've got the extension of the Farm Bill through September of 2024. Big Apple Joe Stackler had a conversation with Senator Ernst from Iowa yesterday, and here's what she had to say about that extension of the Farm Bill?
Well, I am encouraged that we got the 1-year extension in the continuing resolution that's been agreed to, but it's no substitute for actually passing a 5-year farm bill. So we will continue to work on it, but there really has been a lack of urgency and progress on the bill. That, I believe, is a disservice to rural America. It's a disservice to Iowa. I would like to see more farm in the farm bill and get this done early next year. The Democrats have really been focused on the food programs. They've been focused on climate change. If you look at just SNAP alone, it's 85% of the bill. So that leaves a very small portion for our farm programs. But I'm continuing to work for our farmers. We know that food, fuel, and labor costs are through the roof, and they really do need our support. So we will continue working hard on this. And again, I do hope that we will have a farm bill done in the spring.
All right. I hope that she is right on getting the farm bill done in the spring. I do want to point this out. 15% of $1.5 trillion, while it's a small portion, it's still a lot of money. We need to keep that in mind. The other thing, Tom, do you think she's right in that the nutrition bill might be the holdup in this? Or is it Title I and the reference prices and a lack of funding?
Look, the Farm Bill, the Title I and crop insurance, the farm safety net is what carries the water for the entire Farm Bill. It is the political motivation. And quite frankly, the nutrition title, the food stamps and SNAP, they're permanently authorized. They don't have to be re-upped every 5 years. It's only the farm portion of the Farm Bill that kind of requires this every 5-year or every 7-year type of Farm Bill exercise that we go through. And it is the driver. I mean, it does carry the water. And I love Senator Ernst's words that we need more farm in the Farm Bill. The farm safety net in total, you're looking at about a $8.5 to $9 billion a year baseline on crop insurance, and you're looking at another, 5 or so billion in Title I these days, way smaller than it has been in the past. And then you have the conservation programs that carry about a $6 to $7 billion baseline with the additional IRA funds. In total, that's about $20 billion. That's the $200 billion out of $1.5 trillion. There's about 15%. It is small by historical standards. We've spent more in nominal dollars, not even inflation adjusted. Historically, we've spent more on farmers than we are today. And that's where you have a lot of members, including Senator Stabenow, including G.T. Thompson, have said, we need to make a critical investment right now in the farm safety net portion of this Farm Bill. We've had, even after the 2018 Farm Bill was passed, we did, between President Trump and his trade war with China and MFP and CFAP, and then Secretary Vilsack with all these new kind of programs, we've spent a ton of money outside of the Farm Bill, out of CCC expenditures. The idea is we need to wrap some of that into the Farm Bill so that we can provide better, more fair, more equitable, more reliable benefits, farm safety net benefits going forward. Get away from this ad hoc spending that we've all been doing. That's always kind of too late, but big and messy and creates winners and losers. We need to get away from that and put these programs into a better safety net in the Farm Bill.
Boy, I want to talk more about that creating winners and losers when we talk about the ERP coming up here in just a little bit. But first, I don't know if Secretary Vilsack would agree with Senator Ernst on the holdup on the Farm Bill, because yesterday he basically said, listen, the holdup on the Farm Bill is Title I and funding for Title I. And he said they've tried to be creative in finding the money to address the low reference price issue in Title I. And then he basically said at some point they'll figure out the money they need for Title I will come from the Commodity Credit Corporation, and then they will get the Farm Bill done. Is it really that simple?
If only.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think Secretary Vilsack's right. Title I is kind of hold up because there's a lot of pressure on these members to, what are we going to do to replace ad hoc disaster? What are we going to do to replace things like MFP that were stood up in light of a trade war. We want a Title I. We want a farm safety net that meets those needs without having to do this ad hoc. And that's a big question. It's a complicated question. It's a difficult one to answer. As to the funding, I mean, all these programs use CCC. The CCC was set up in the original kind of legislation of USDA that kind of built these farm programs. And it's like the big bank, right? So whenever we pass a farm bill, any farm bill, we're essentially saying, okay, the secretary can use CCC funds for in these particular instances. So maybe we say reference price for corn is going to be $4. And whenever season average prices for corn get below $4, we're going to make some payments. That is obligating the CCC. So I'm a little confused by kind of, it's, that's exactly what farm bills do, is they obligate the CCC for certain uses at certain times. Now, we've been in a season post-Trump where Trump used the CCC. There's basic legislation around the CCC, Section 5D, that says, look, the secretary can use CCC to support the agricultural infrastructure of the Americans, which is awesome. I mean, it's broad authority, but no one had ever used it. They'd always kind of followed what Congress had told them more specifically to do in the Farm Bill. But Trump came in, had the trade war with China, and said, well, I have this basic statute there and authority. We're going to use it like it's never been used before. And that's been the trend over these past kind of 5-6 years. So, I don't know. That's kind of weedy, and sorry to get so nerdy on you. No, but the reality is that's exactly what a farm bill does. Is it tells USDA exactly how to and when to utilize CCC funds to support farm families.
Right. And some, including myself, have been critical of how Secretary Vilsack has tapped in to the Commodity Credit Corporation at times. I look at this and, geez, Tom, is it the easy button to tap the CCC for the reference prices?
It's not. It could be. Yeah. Certainly. I mean, Secretary Vilsack could right now, using his own authority, say, farm incomes are declining. We hit a high in 2022 at $180 billion in net farm income. We were down to 143. We think it's going lower next year. I feel like I need to support farmers. I'm going to tap the CCC to do it. That's easy. He could do that. But he's looking to Congress to say, give us some direction and authority on how exactly you want us to do this.
Right. Okay. Hey, let's move on, because you've got an important item that I know you want to talk about. And before we get to the break, sort out the emergency relief program for the 2022 crops. What's going on there?
Oh my goodness. Well, we're on 6 years of precedent of having disaster. So it's this trend, modern trend, and look, we can all say, and I think everyone agrees, crop insurance is doing an amazing job, reaching more people all the time with a very reliable, contractual kind of tailored risk management tool for farmers. But there are certain areas that don't, crop insurance isn't as strong as others. So that's what started in 2017, this current trend of having ad hoc disaster bills. And it's been a lifesaver for a lot of folks. I don't want to minimize it. 17, and then you had 18 and 19 pulled together. They provided $3 billion for those 2 years of losses. And then in 20 and 21, they provided $10 billion.
Yeah.
A much bigger, more robust program. And Secretary Vilsack, they came out with a brilliant ERP phase 1 for 2020 and 2021. It actually did simplify, made it easier, provided meaningful relief to producers. Congress passed this 2022 assistance December of last year, and here 11 months later, they finally rolled out a program that is more complex, more complicated, creates new payment limitations that weren't called for in statute, but tries to funnel the resources, the limited resources, to certain people of certain types. Kind of went beyond the authority of Congress in doing that. And I think it's really, with the producers that I interact with a lot, it's just falling very flat. A lot of them had made assumptions of what this ERP for 2022 would be. And 2022 was a bad drought year in the West.
Yep.
Of course. Even the Western Great Plains were affected by that. And then, of course, you had freeze and flood damage elsewhere. All that was supposed to be covered. But, man, the final factor, it's like for losses above $10,000, and that's for full-time farmers, that's not a lot of money. They move a lot of money through their operations. But after $10,000 of losses, you only get 7.5%.
Right.
That according to the way they rolled out this reg. And so it's just kind of falling flat out there, and it creates winners and losers. There's a lot that I could say about it, but I'll take your questions.
You know, Tom, you said one of the most important things you said right at the end. It's creating winners and losers. Yeah. And I want to talk about this when we come back from break. But Secretary Vilsack unveiled the trade missions for 2024.
Yep.
That was big news at the press conference at NAFB convention yesterday.
Yep.
But he also sketched out for all the broadcasters there his vision of a new farm economy. And there's a lot of support in there for one segment of the farming population, while it ignores some of the needs of another segment of the population. We'll discuss.
Hello?
Man, where are you? I thought you were coming.
I can't. I'm in bed with the flu.
The flu? Whoa. Grandma's about to crowd surf. Man, I'll call you back.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is safe, effective, and you can get it at the same time as your COVID-19 vaccine. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
The Scoop Podcast is where we talk about tight supply chains, emerging agronomic challenges, technology tools delivering ROI. I'm Margie Eckelkamp, editor of The Scoop and host of The Scoop Podcast. Join me as I interview leaders from across the ag retail sector. Farmers are working hard for every bushel, and their trusted advisors are by their side. Find The Scoop Podcast wherever you find podcasts so you are up to date on everything ag retail.
What is dedication?
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that my kids wouldn't have a father. And I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. I definitely had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
If you served, we want you to get the health care and benefits you earned. We want you to come to VA.
There's never been a better time to apply. Under a new law called the PACT Act, we've expanded VA care and benefits to millions of people who served and their survivors.
No matter where you served or how long you served, check out va.gov/PACT to learn more about what VA can do for you and your family.
Come to VA.
Matt Souter is the Director of Field Solutions for Mosaic, joins us now. Matt, the industry is learning a lot about how crops interact with their surroundings, especially the soil microbial community. How is Mosaic using this information?
Microbes offer growers another tool in the toolbox so that they can have a more productive and healthier crop. And all of those reasons are why Mosaic Biosciences is offering a biological product like PowerCoat. PowerCoat is an oil-based formulation of bacillus-based microbes that are impregnated on dry granular fertilizers. Now, those microbes are usually abbreviated as PGPRs, but that stands for plant growth promoting rhizobacteria. And what those little guys do is when they colonize the roots of the plant, they go to work in the rhizosphere. And just outside, about within a millimeter of the root surface, those bacteria are going to liberate additional nutrients from the soil, and then they're going to throw a party with some other microbes in the area, and they're going to help the plant take up more. And all of that is really about being able to improve the nutrient use efficiency of plants.
Okay, fantastic. Now, Mosaic paired two of its biologicals together, mixed things up, BioPath and PowerCoat. What did those field trials show you?
The initial research shows that we can stack the responses of those PGPR products. And what we mean by that is you can make an application early on that supports increased nutrient use efficiency in a pre-plant situation, such as using PowerCoat, and then you can also increase nutrient use efficiency again later by going in with BioPath at a side dress situation. Overall, each of those have about a 3.5 bushel advantage in the marketplace. And when we stack them together, we've seen improvements of over 9 bushels. We're awaiting anxiously 2023 data. So hopefully we get some more detail about that soon.
Fantastic. Where can we go to learn more about it, Matt?
Chip, growers can speak with their local retailers to learn more, or they can visit cropnutrition.com.
Thank you, Matt. That is Matt Souter, the Director of Field Solutions for Mosaic.
This is Andrew McCrae, host of the American Countryside. I'm also a farmer and rancher from Northwest Missouri, and I hope you'll join me each week for Farming the Countryside, as we take a look at the top issues impacting agriculture as told by the people farming and working in their industry. We'll talk about markets and trade, share some of the latest tips and trends for grain and livestock producers, and take a look at trends impacting rural America. Join me for Farming the Countryside on many local radio stations or on your favorite podcast platform, or just go to farmingthecountryside.com.
Snakes, zombies, sharks, heights, speaking in public. The list of fears is endless. But while you're clutching your blanket in the dark, wondering if that sound in the hall was actually a footstep, the real danger is in your hand, when you're behind the wheel. And while you might think a great white shark is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
AgriTalk is brought to you by Phospolutions, which is excited to launch Rhizozorb, the first fertilizer technology proven across hundreds of field trials to improve grower ROI by 20% and maintain or increase yield with less applied phosphate per acre.
Welcome back to AgriTalk and our conversation with Tom Self today. It's been great so far, Tom. I'm looking forward to the rest of this. It's a free-for-all. We've got Davis with us as well. I'm your host, Chip Flory. Okay. So there was the news that came out of the news conference yesterday. But what Secretary Vilsack also presented to the farm broadcasters is his vision. And it's a funded vision. We need to keep